Hello? Hello, hello? Hello, 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 hello? Okay, it's working now. Yippee! My silly goose self pressed start recording, but not start streaming. The first time I tried to do this, and I was waiting for Stream Elements to come in and say, "Hey, title of stream," and I was like, "It's not coming in." Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia is first. Let's go. So as I was saying to the void, earlier before I actually started the stream, I got distracted multiple times, so I am late to the late. I said that there was gonna be a delay, and then I got distracted on top of it, so I'm even later. But hey, what's new? Hi, Bucky. Hi, Goddess Royalty. Oh my goodness, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Oh, there was this really cool plugin I saw, and I gotta download it. That tells me when people talk for the first time in stream. Y'all know how I always what do you call it? I forget if I've said hello sometimes, because it's were you here last time, or am I bugging? You know what I mean? So yeah, I've just been trying to figure out a way to keep track of everybody. Just a me oh, maybe have some kind of mnemonic thing. And it's not really working, because it's I gotta come up with something new every stream. But I found something on Twitter that'll help me do that. I just gotta install it. But if anyone's curious, I think did I put it in TikTok? I did. I put it in Tech Talk. So if anyone wants to see that plugin, I put a link to it for any other streamers in the crowd. If you guys want to know when somebody has spoken for the first time in stream, because I know we all have our first time chatter thing. You can see that nice and easy. But trying to just I gotta turn off notifications, man. I'm getting distracted. Trying to keep track of everybody's really hard. Yeah. I want to remember as many people as possible, but my brain's got limits. Hi, Kiame! The ads, they stopped. Did you ban them? How'd you get rid of them? You gotta share your secret. And my light keeps flickering, which is really annoying. I might need to change the light bulb. YouTube never gets any fun things. Unfortunately, it's a lot more difficult to integrate into YouTube, I think. Twitch is actually really good when it comes to working well. I kind of think of it like the Windows of streaming. YouTube feels more like the Apple of streaming, and Twitch feels more like the Windows or the Android. Hi, Mako! So, in that respect, let me explain. Twitch plays well, quote unquote, plays well with a bunch of different things. And so, from loot boxes, connected with other games, to bot integrations, to plugins, and just stuff you can do with it with OBS. There's a lot that you can do with it, right? Whereas with YouTube feels a lot more stiff. I feel like it's a little bit more difficult to integrate things onto it. And although I can't say it's as polished as a lot of Apple stuff, because although Apple doesn't let you mess with stuff, it's usually pretty good about taking care of things for you. Yeah, you can't edit it, so you can't customize things. But usually it's oh, we made this smooth and run nicely for you, so you can have it, but don't mess with it. And Windows, I feel is a little bit more jank. But it gives you more flexibility. You can do what you want. I'm getting distracted because Discord is going off, so I'm gonna. Oh no! Hey, second, I remember you. How was stream? I'm just starting mine, so real quick, let me just give you a shout out. The There we go. Thank you for the raid. Hydration check, chore check, sleep check. If you need to go do any of those things, please do so. Otherwise, feel free to stick around and tell me how your stream was. Where was I in chat? Hi, Deadpool! You realize you somehow didn't get an ad? Well, if you're not in an ad right now, congratulations, you bypassed it. Teach me your secrets. You did manage to get a point system. Oh, that's really interesting. You're gonna have to teach me that. If it's difficult to upkeep though, or if it doesn't integrate with water though, I might like kind of maybe ignore it. Yes indeed, pull up a chair, raiders. Join on in. How is everyone? And Avari! Is that how you say your name? Aravi. That's better. Hi! Thank you. And Kale mixes. How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? And oh, you said it already. You're doing great. The webcomic you're working on is going great. Yippee! Finally started. I'm very proud of you. All right. It's not too complicated. Okay, that's reassuring. I'll have to see. All right. Yeah. Okay. There. That's taken care of. That's okay. Okay. I'm all set. Yippee! Wait, I thought we were in the middle of an ad. It says ad starting soon, so maybe we didn't avoid the ad. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I was gonna write everything I wanted to talk about out so I could remember everything I did today. But if anyone had anything cool that happened today, let me know. But I'm gonna go into my own day because it was productive and unproductive, which I realize is a strange combination. But in terms of real life things, it was productive. In terms of VTuber things, it was absolutely, completely, and utterly unproductive. So before I get started, I'm actually gonna close my window and turn on my AC because it is hot in here. Go! Hey, Griffin. There's not enough of a breeze going on, and the night air isn't quite as... Come on, AC. Come on, AC. There we go. Alright. The night air isn't quite as cool as I would expect it to be for night air. You know how it's usually like the sun being down kind of supposed to be nice and cool. No, it's not. I'm taking a sip of water and then get into my day. I lied. I'm sporting more. Okay. So first thing, I went outside. That's unusual, right? I walked to the pharmacy instead of taking the bus or anything. Y'all know I can't drive. So I took a nice walk. Enjoyed the breeze, because today there was a pretty nice breeze, and as long as you weren't in the sun, if you were in the shade, it felt really nice. I think it was probably like high 70s, low 80s today, if I recall. Anyway, that's at least how much it was in the in the shade. I don't know how much it was in the sun. It was too much for me. Oh, you know what? I forgot my hearing aid is in. It hasn't been all day. I forbore. Let me put that in right here. Just so I don't forget. I want to be able to hear things when they happen. Salutations, but that reminds me of Moonlit Rose keeps today. Every time Moon comes in, it's always salutations. I immediately thought of them. I don't think I've ever seen them here on Twitch though, so that was a bit of a throwback because they're from Hyper. Anyway. Story's here! Hi, Story! Alright, so I was gonna play Hollow Knight today, but then I was like, I wasn't able to be productive at all. So I was like, okay. How do I be productive? I want to be productive. I was like, okay, I'll draw something. I'll learn. So I'm here drawing again. So I'll get into it. Yes, art. You like the art streams? I feel like not a lot really happens on here. I want to make sure that like my editors have enough to work with. So like I should do a game stream every now and then. Anyway, so just as a disclaimer, I did not draw the line art for this. I'm just coloring it. Joybilance. My don't tell anybody. She's my favorite artist. She's amazing. I love her. She's the one that did the line art. I would say favorite artist, but she's among my favorites because a bunch of my friends are super skilled at what they do, and I love them all. So that's hard to say, actually. But anyway, she did an amazing job with the liner and I'm having a blast coloring it. But this has been on hold for months, just because I haven't got the opportunity to actually sit down and do it. So I'm focusing. Although I know last stream I said, hey, just retweet and post PNG below and I'll sketch something for you. I'm not doing that this stream. I'm only taking sketch requests because I really want to focus on just coloring this. It's been held off for far too long. Yes, favorite librarian artist. Restless and very productive. So productive it is terrifying at times, in my opinion. She's on another level. I like the purple, but I wonder if it's like too much. I'll figure it out later. It's nice for coloring. I should probably follow oh no, that's not shadow, that's just transparency. Being productive is finishing 52 blend shapes. Oh yeah. Part of the reason I was late, I will explain. Let me explain. Part of the reason I was late is because Bucky and I have been working on something. And it just I was excited to test it, and I got really busy during the day between getting my meds, and I forgot to mention this earlier. I had to cook dinner. So y'all, I entered the kitchen. I didn't just enter the kitchen. I didn't just make a snack. I cooked things. I almost warped a pan, which is not great. But you know, it didn't end too terribly, so like, I guess there's that. What layer is this? Let me erase some of this. Yeah, sticking up. So yeah, that's part of the reason I was late, is because not only did I have to cook dinner, meaning I had no time to prep beforehand, I also had to clean up after dinner because my dad and I are the only ones home, and he had a long day at work, and so I was kind of just like, oh, you've been here doing nothing all day, you should be doing something. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So like, I took care of everything. What layer is the black part on? I don't know. Yeah, that's not it. Is that it? Oh, it is. Okay. Then yeah, I'll just color that. Tip over here. I can't believe how careless I was. Zazu! It's a very colorful toucan. What's that? What's he got on his head? Just hey! Well, hey! Two. Alright, back to self-shooting. I get distracted. Wait, this is so messy too. Oh, wait a second. I can't let this stand. What is that? Yeah, I gotta fix that. Oh, wait. Whoa. Okay, wait, that's weird. It's probably because of the multiply layer. Wait, why is it like that? Why is it making it darker? Is there like a multiply on it already? Wait, let me turn it off. Wait, it is off. Is this messing with it? What? Oh, it's because of the line art. I'm silly. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Bucky, every time. It plagues me. I should actually color like this. It should be all the way out to this line art. Ah! I wish there was an easier way to do this. Like, imagine it could color like in reference to the line art. I wish it would just color to the edge of the line art. And oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my goodness gracious. Can't believe this. Past me, what were you thinking? Fixes go rogue. Isn't that the bucket tool? It fills it like all the way to like maximum alpha though, no? Where's the line art? This one, yeah. Then I find this one, yeah. It's sheer, so I gotta put it back down to 60 when I'm done. Oofta! What? Yo, that's a mess. No. I put the line art back and then color underneath everything proper. Oh. Man. I might be wrong, but I do think the bucket tool kind of just colors everything and like super heavy on the alpha, like all the way up. Hey Gonzalez, I'm good. How are you? If you do the right settings, no. Oh. You could do it with the magic tool. Oh, the magic tool 100% does like heavy alpha. You can do it. Oh, that's what you mainly use? Maybe I just gotta adjust some settings. I've never really played with settings because I'm like scared because like a lot of them don't have like reset to default. And I was like, what if I mess it up so bad that I can't put it back and it's even more difficult to use than it was before. You know what I mean? That scares me. It's like I've never messed with pen pressure or like anything like that. I'm, like kind of scared too. Apparently it's like really helpful, but like I don't even know where to get started. I wouldn't know what to look for. You doing good? Just got home from work? Time to rest up. Good job at work. There, you only mess around with few tools, making a duplicate first? Yeah. Honestly, that's probably a smart idea. Oh, crud. Let me forget that there's like a... I can't just erase the line art, because, it's got like a layer that I think there's like a background on it. Slight background, so... I want to clean it up a little bit, but I don't want to go too crazy. Let me see. This is probably because, yeah, that. Oh, there's dots. There's dot. Ah. No. Let's color that properly. Put this back. I gotta erase some of this. Where's the other one? Yeah, I got it already. Phew. Here. And then I go to the bottommost layer and erase because it does not look good. Oh, that's much better. Multiply on the line art layer is like a blessing and a curse, I feel like. It makes it look a lot more dynamic when you add like a little bit of color to it. So like if I go like here and I lock it and I make it like a darker blue, let's do this like this. So like that. And then I do multiply. Like it changes the way the line art feels. If I make it like purple, maybe if I make it like, yeah, that makes it different. And then if I go and I put the, like, it's just different from it being like just the black, you know what I mean? You gonna do some texturing yourself? Yeah. Bucky, how's your anatomy practice going? Maybe a mean question, my apologies. But I'm gonna check on you and your drawing journey. Anyone who wants an excuse to draw, we have a creative discussion channel. We have a daily drawing thread. I haven't been keeping up because I got really, really busy, but I love drawing. I really want to get better at it. I really want to get better at coloring. I already think I'm pretty decent at it, but I think one of my most proud pieces was, let me pull it up. One of my most proud color studies was one of our emotes actually, that I made. And typically, like the ROFL one, I don't really like how that one looks. I've been actually looking to like redo it because I again don't like it. I'm gonna actually pull up two. One that I like and one that I made originally that I absolutely loved, and then that I tried to do again. But I think I just did something different with the colors and it was too much. Hold on. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So, this is the newer one. This is Kishi Cry. And this is the older one. This is the original one. This is like, in my opinion, like the prettiest coloring like ever. I really like how this one turned out. And I really wanna make it again. So this was both of these emotes, the basis for them came from the Hanako server. One of the Scanlations ones, the ones that translate it into English. They like clean up the covers and stuff, and then they like recolor it and redraw where there used to be words, and then add translations on top of them. But on their server, they have all these cute emotes that are really high quality, because they have access to these kinds of files because they edit them. And I tried, these are both Hanako color studies, and I absolutely love Hanako's colors. The anime is one thing, but the cover art for the manga is another, and they're both fantastic, and I want to learn to color like that. If I could, okay, my goal with art essentially is to be able to color like in Hanako and do line art like Genshin's Live 2D-esque style. I think that is like the prettiest thing ever. So yeah, that's where my inspiration comes from, and like pretty much what I try and do with stuff. The line art for this isn't the most impressive. This line art is a little better, but I really have to start working on my pen pressure. Both of these, the pen pressure is pretty uniform and it's not very interesting. So that's one thing I have to come to terms with. It's like, it's not necessarily more pretty if it's quote unquote perfect, because line variation and thickness and weight, it really adds a lot to a piece. So I need to learn to do that. But yeah. Let me remove shadow, remove line art, go here, copy the color, add the line art back on, and let's color. And like I realize not everything has to be pixel perfect because nobody's going to be hopefully scrolling in this much or criticizing me for the pixels that I miss. It's just like, let me color. Let me cook as long as it's not in the actual literal kitchen. Then you probably want to supervise me in some way, shape, or form, whether it's checking on me to make sure I didn't burn the house down, or just, you know, coaching me because I could really use it. I'll be mostly okay. But otherwise, metaphorically speaking, let me cook. No, but no! You don't even call me out like that. My goodness. Okay, there's something up with the ropes too. Like I feel like as soon as I hide the line art, I can kind of start seeing where things are messy. Yay. And like I gotta realize also like the line art itself is not always 100% defined, and that's okay. Because it looks pretty. It's fine. I just want to make it look nice and cohesive and well put together. Wait, what is that blue line? Why is that there? Why do you exist? What? I don't know why it's there. Is this like a separate layer? If I just erase, is it okay? Or... oh no, wait, there's something... Nah, it's not supposed to be like that. Okay. I think that's just... oh, that's on a different layer. What layer are you on? Oh, what? Hold on. What layer are you on? The black layer? Nah, you don't belong there. Blue. Got a pen. There we go. And I'm going to clean up the line art a little bit around here just because there's a couple stray marks. It's a little distracting enough that I actually colored adhering to something that wasn't supposed to be adhered to. Gonna go to my blur tool, or sorry, my fingertip tool. And I'm not on the right layer. Hold on. I need to go to the line art layer. There we go. And that's... yeah. No. There we go. Clean up. Oops. I think is that he's good. Now I just gotta color the blue. And yeah, you can't really see it from all the way zoomed out. Alright, about to see it a bit. Good luck out there. Okay, back to the blue. Wait, why is it? Oh, it's because it's the wrong layer. I am a silly goose. I am a very silly goose. I was like, what are these lines? Those are ruffles. I'm a silly goose. Okay. I should touch up the ropes too, because there's a bunch of mistakes over there. Oh man. I gotta color this. Let me focus on the ropes now, and probably the blue, not the blue, the teal. You could go for some cheddar ruffles right now, yeah. Speaking of snacks, I'm gonna try some strawberry lemonade. I'm gonna open it up now. Alright, here goes. Ready, and... I can't open it, hold on. Try again. Ready, and... ooh, okay, I got it. Phew! That was pretty good. It tastes like there's like these little strawberry marshmallow things that I bought for the snackathon, and it kind of tastes like that, like the filling. It's pretty cool. And I fingertip this. I don't see. It's like, that's distracting. If it's distracting, then it's a problem. Otherwise, very good. Yeah, that's a mess. I gotta fix that. I think. Oh, wait, is that actually? I actually gradiented that, and I didn't just put overlay. I'm silly. I'm silly. I should have just. Oh man. I gotta. Whenever I have like a specific color layer, I should really focus on like making it clipping layer instead of like trying to shade it on like its original layer. Because if I want to change stuff later, like I have to like redo the entire thing. Like I guess it's not so big of a deal because on like the bottom of the hair it's really easy. I just color. Actually, does anyone know how I usually color my hair? I gotta show you. There's 3 layers to it. Well, 3 colors. 3 to 4 colors, depending on where you are. Let me make a new document. Hold on. Okay. All right. So I got a black pen, and I'm gonna draw a little. Actually, this is I don't like how bright this canvas is. I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna make this nice and dark. There we go. Okay. So, all right, I got like that. Like that. Yeah. And then. Oh, that doesn't feel right. Let me put the bottom of the head first. There we go. Yep. Okay. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. Oh, man. Something just fell off. Yeah. No. No. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. You know. Nah. Man. Yeah, the left one looks so bad compared to the right one. Let me redo this one. It's just that these are important. These strands are important because they frame the face and tell me where to put everything else. So they're pretty important. Nah, this one. Nope. 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 That works. Okay. And then there are ones that come here. This. I could draw them. And yes. Okay. I actually used to draw my hair differently. Faf interpreted, so there's supposed to be these two strands here behind these ones. Because I wanted there to be ones that were really close to my face to hide where human ears would supposedly go. I really don't like the animal ear, human ear paradox, where it's like, if you have animal ears, do you also have human ears? No, my model actually does not have human ears. The face is flat on the sides of the face. You can't tell because I was very particular about it. I was like, make sure the hair clings to the side of the face so you cannot tell. And I used to have it that these ones were the ones, but as you can see, Faf put them in front. So I never complained about it because I didn't even realize, honestly. When he showed me the final rendition of like the first draft of the hair, I was like, wow, that looks amazing. But yeah. Oh, hi, Red Vessel. I look away from our stuff. Wait, what do you mean? You have to think of a gun draw. Yeah, honestly, a little bit. Yeah. That's definitely one way to look at it. But I'm struggling with these just because I'm not used to trying to draw them quote-unquote correctly. That's too thick. Yeah, that works. Okay, and then this one. Just do some eyes. Let's just where the chin goes. There we go. Ah! I'm sorry about that. Characters with animal features in your projects always have both sets of ears. Yeah, as I drew Sally, I was like, yeah, huh. I was like, so the paradox exists here. You have your reasons? Uh-huh. You did your research? 100%, for sure. There we go. Those eyes do not look the same size. It's bugging me. That's fine, I guess. Make this a little rounder. Yep. That's done. Good to hear. Some people were telling me they weren't getting ads. You guys gotta share your secrets. Maybe not here on Twitch, but you know where. Here. And then on the other side, just gonna get that and that. Yeah. Dana, hi! It's been a minute. How are you? I'm just gonna make sure so I can make my life easier that I just close everything off, that there are no gaps. When I actually do pen pressure, which is what I'm doing now, what tends to happen is that there are lots of empty spaces because, you know, lines are a lot looser And by being lesser, they're more dynamic, but also there are holes. So just gotta watch out for that. Just cried. Hopefully happy tears. That's the hope. I hope you're okay. My headphones just turned off. It didn't even say low battery, it just said power off. Are we good? Hi, technical! You don't remember me? You don't remember me? The one in CSP. Okay, I'm just gonna clean up these. Peep, peep. This was supposed to be an easy demo. Hold on. Alright, so then the next thing I need to do is... Okay, the braids go around here. Side braid! Make sure I copy it on the other side. Comes that much trouble to actually be memorable? No, you're always sweet. That's why I remember you. And yeah, I think yours is like the only name that has katakana in it. So that's also pretty memorable. And I don't know if everyone else calls you technical, right? Well, I call you technical. Technical. Right? You're gonna have to take the katakana out of it though? It breaks bots. Uh-oh. Oh man. Come on, bots, keep it up. Step it up. Up the game. Make sure to encompass everything possible. Okay. Braids are done, and then this is like how I like drawing the chibi. Just like a little bit easier than the actual thing. Just to make sure I have enough fluff. That's exactly why I use the katakana. Yeah. Much fluff. I love the fluff. You know, I came up with this hairstyle long before Farina existed, but part of the reason I love Farina as much as I do is because she has this very similar haircut to me. But I was here first! just as a reminder. These little... Okay, so tips to drawing my ears. I got, the way I draw at Chibi anyway, I put two little marks here. On my actual ears, there are, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. But that's a little hard to draw chibi, so I draw 2. So there's a little fluff at the bottom of the ear. And then, my ears are very particularly shaped. Some people try and draw them like cat ears. They're not that short. They are 10 centimeters long. They're also not this long, although sometimes I do draw them a little bit longer. I do not. I'm trying to beat the cat allegations here, guys. I am not a cat girl. That was maybe one of my initial designs, but the cat girl market is way too oversaturated. So, I am Fox. Sword ears. Yeah, I'll poke you. I'll stab you. I'm gonna take out a ruler for fan art. Well, actually, I am exactly 150 centimeters without my ears and 160 with them. I thought that was rather funny. And Val hasn't decided, I don't think, on his exact height. He's gonna be taller than 150, but shorter than 160, so let the debate over who is taller begin. I wanted to be originally my character was gonna be like, you know how Genshin has like the different character types? They have the lolly size, then the shoujo size, and then what's the older adult called? Forgot. But the older lady. But I was originally like planning on being a lolly character because my reasoning was they're cute. Also because wait, oh Ella's here. Let me give Ella a warm welcome, and then I will explain. Hi Ella, how was your stream? Let me give you a shout out. Hold on. Did I spell it right? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on Raiders. Hi DJ. Hello Ella. Welcome. Hello Kurumi. Oh, not a raider, but hi Kurumi. Real quick for Ella. Tour check, sleep check, hydration check, everything check. Make sure you go do whatever you need to do before you stick around. I want to make sure you're taking care of yourself first and foremost. But after that, feel free to hang around and tell me about how your stream was. Oh, thank you. I'm getting distracted already. I was supposed to be focusing on coloring, but then I wanted to show something, so I'm here. Anyway. I was gonna be lolly coded character, but because I'm a family friendly streamer, right? And I am just really kind of concerned about people taking my character and interpreting her weirdly. Like, you'd think with as much coverage as I have that, you know, people wouldn't come into my chat and make weird comments. But sometimes they do. Some of the stuff that has gotten caught by the auto mod, I'm sure, considering that I'm a VTuber, it was just kind of like assumed a norm. And it was supposed to be flattery, but no, I don't think a lot of them meant it, just because of like, just the normal, quote-unquote normalcies of the VTuber sphere, but like not here. So I was hoping, hey, if I'm a lolly character, maybe people will not do that. But I also don't want to get accused of being a weirdo, because I'm not that young, you know what I mean? Anyway, this character matches my height. We figured it'd be better for D&D. It would be better for MMD. And dancing, because I really love motion capture. I'm very passionate about it. I really would love to explore it, although my wallet cannot support that endeavor right now. I hope to eventually be able to explore it. I should have. Yeah, the lollipop. I mean, like, the everything market is oversaturated. I thought I could be unique a little bit, and I actually planned to be a kitsune character before Yae Miko existed. That's how far back my design goes. I was starting my design process before Inazuma existed. Like, we knew it existed, but literally the only reference I had for what Inazuman clothing would look like, or anything about what the region would look like, is there was a single NPC in Liyue that had escaped from Inazuma. And you could interact with her. And so she had Inazuma style clothes. And she was literally the only reference I had for a really long time. But yeah. Why not use somebody else's wallet? Cause like, Yao's wallets are important. You kind of need them. And I don't want anyone going broke on my account. Unless you're secretly a millionaire. Or you have extra pocket money that you have no clue what to do with and you'd love to help me out. Don't spend money on me. And like, especially with the rising sub prices, please don't subscribe with anything but Prime if you have nothing better to do with your Prime. I would love to try and rise to the Plus program, but at this point, I just think it's asking way too much of followers to do that. Like, you guys, it's too much. It's too much. Just in case anyone wasn't aware, Twitch they have to adhere to rising prices on, the mobile app store. I think Apple and Android or whoever, they're updating their cuts. So Twitch has to raise their stuff in order to earn the same amount, but that means you guys have to pay more. So just a word to the wise, never, ever, 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 ever subscribe using the mobile app. If you want to subscribe, either use the web browser on mobile or just use your desktop. Don't subscribe on a mobile device because they're going to charge you extra taxes. That is, I believe, the case based on the things that I have read. But yeah. And yeah, it's been L after L after L, honestly. If you'd allow me to go off for a moment. First, it was the power-ups. For anyone who doesn't know, power-ups there are 3 of them. They are redeems, almost. You know how you have, like, the typical redeems? They're kind of like redeems, except instead of using channel points, they use bits. One of them allows you to highlight your message in chat, one of them allows you to enlarge an emoji, and another one allows you to make it rain a certain emoji all over the stream. Now, hey, pretty cool options. Like, maybe some people want to use those. Unfortunately, the streamer cannot turn them off. We cannot raise the price above 10,000 bits, which is equivalent to about $100. Now, for a family-friendly streamer, if somebody decides to use their bits to purchase a power-up, to select an emoji to rain all over my screen that is not appropriate for my audiences, that's not okay. I can't turn it off. And like, yay, I get $100, I guess, but technically I don't because Twitch still takes a cut. Not good. If you're going to introduce a feature, yeah, sure, make it available, but if somebody doesn't want it, or it could potentially, hurt creators, if it could be abused, not giving them the option to turn it off is really bad. So, like, options, yes, but flexibility, too. Don't force things on people. And yeah, next up is the knock knock feature. That one's a newer one. Does anybody know what that one is? I'm gonna explain it, don't worry. So the knock knock feature is for anyone streaming. I'm not as familiar with the technicalities on it, but if somebody is streaming, anybody, well, there's permissions for it, but by default, anybody can click on your stream and request to join the audio. So if I hadn't updated my settings, because it's an opt-out thing, not an opt-in thing, anyone could have said, knock knock, can I join your stream? Knock knock, can I join your stream? Knock knock, can I join your stream? And if you don't limit it to like friends, favorites, or whoever, anyone can do that. And you would have to like pause it for this stream or pause for 1 hour. And there's like only 2 options, I think. I think it's ridiculous. Like, hello, can we just turn it off? Instead, you have to limit it to like, in order to turn it off, quote unquote, turn it off, you have to limit it to favorites and then set no favorites. Honestly, if people want to collab, being able to collab spontaneously, like, honestly, if they really wanted that, you'd say, hey, I'm sitting in a VC in my Discord. If you want to join the stream, join here. like, we can do it. We have our own ways of doing it, and, like, the sheer lack of options of, like, being able to mute somebody because it's directly connected to the desktop audio. There's just so few options. The fact that it is opt-out, not opt-in. So, you know, you're there by default and you have to turn the dang thing off. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Honestly. And besides the point, just, like, collabs should be planned. Because the person who's joining needs to understand the rules, right? And they need to know what's going on. So, like, if you're trying to do a special event and you have a certain flow, and somebody who doesn't understand that says knock knock, you know, it kind of screws things up. Yeah, and honestly, they really, really need to poll the general public and take opinions before pulling this nonsense, because I don't know who thinks of these things, but, like, the ideas are okay, but the implementation is the worst. Like, sure, give us options, of course. We're always open to options. But not... Well, giving us options and then not giving us options is not a good combo. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that, right? That's not confusing, right? Giving us features that don't give us options forces us to have to deal with a lot of harassment, nonsense, inconvenience, etc. Yeah. It's pretty awful. Anyway. And then to top it all off, hey guys, guess what? We're upping sub prices. Yeah, it's this thing now. It's only for the mobile, and that's because of the price markups, but it still sucks. But it's becoming less and less viable for you guys to support creators on here. So I will say, if anyone has extra pocket money or is that secret billionaire, there is a link to my Ko-Fi in the panels, or there's a link. If you do the command. But anyway, I know that's, like, probably nobody, so don't worry about it. Alright? Don't worry about it. So anyway, back to art. You're secretly poor. Oh, Bucky, me too. Y'all, I've been looking for a job so bad. It is so hard. Okay, so I got the general gist of what's going on here. I'm gonna draw the bow in, I think, and then... Oh my goodness. Technical, thank you so much. Hey, wait, that's going towards a goal. I forgot I marked a new goal. Right now I have an $800 goal, and I'm gonna purchase these things whether or not I reach them through Ko-Fi funds. I am just saving up for this 100% because I need it. I would really, really, really like it because it would be supremely helpful and a gigantic upgrade. I'm really tired of this nonsense. I'm a family-friendly streamer, right? And I like to try and do peace signs. But Leap Motion constantly likes to try and flip the bird, which I do not want to do, and I never do, I promise you guys. It is not me. But other than that, just the hand tracking itself feels rather lackluster for the price I paid. $300. Not worth it. Don't recommend, especially with the advancements that are currently being made in webcam-based hand tracking and full body tracking, actually, as well as actually face tracking. They're really moving forward with it. So, the only thing that I think can beat webcam-based is tracker, because right now both Leap Motion and webcam are trackerless, meaning you just have your bare old hand and you wave it in the air and it can see it and it can check it onto the model, right? I want to get gloves specifically, but I've heard is a really good brand, Stretch Sense, so I'm saving up for Stretch Sense gloves so I can stop with this nonsense. So yeah, thank you. Neural-based tracking. That would be cool, but also the age of SAO. Anyway. Okay. Oh, that's too sharp. It's better. Yes. I'm going to erase here and erase here. I like how that turned out. Okay. Neuralink tracking. And you love VR technical? No pun intended. The hand tracking for over a decade. Wow. A decade's a long time to be in tune with it. I've only recently gotten turned on to it, since my discovery of VTubing and the technology behind it. Digital consciousness downloads? I mean, that's really cool, but my brain immediately thinks, hey, what are the ethical implications behind that? Convinced that some bored dev is gonna kick something crazy one of these days. Honestly, not gonna lie, as reality keeps crashing, and the outlook on all of the world issues and politics descends into madness, I'm sure that we're going to have some people who are fed up with how things are, and they're gonna either change the status quo with social change or with technological change. Honestly, some of the issues that they're debating in politics right now, I really wonder if they see, like, there's a lot of older people, and like, I understand that the issues that they're looking at are important, but like with the rise of AI, I've heard no debates on how we're handling this thing. And I was like, so when are we looking at that, guys? Because it's kind of important, especially when it comes to safety. And like, yeah, I don't want to get political or anything, but there are definitely issues like related to technology that really need to get addressed. And because of the demographic, I feel like that is prominent in politics, that it's not really getting looked at. Has anyone heard a debate on AI in like the Supreme Court or anything? Like, I know my knowledge about what's going on in politics is relatively limited, but like, I haven't heard a thing. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'm very happy to hear that it's getting talked about. Rise the Indies, yes. Yes. I'm waiting for the person who develops the next Twitch. Like, a couple of programs have, like, risen to try and, like, provide an alternative, but I feel like none of them still can compete with the amount of integrations and connections that Twitch has. And that's, like, really one of the most difficult things, I feel like. AI is scary. I mean, AI is amazing, and it is terrifying. It's a tool, and tools, especially in the technological sense, are things that can be used for many purposes. A double-edged blade, if you will. And just the ethics behind it really need to be discussed, and guidelines about how it should be used and when it should be used and what are the consequences of abusing it. A lot of this stuff hasn't been refined the same way a lot of other social issues have been defined. Or not even social issues, but like copyright and all that. It's gonna be something useful, but as of right now, it's hurting a lot of people because there's not a lot of regulation on it. And it's like, from what I have seen, it's not really being addressed, which is pretty scary, because the longer you let it sit, the more it develops, the more it learns, and the larger an issue it becomes. And I think it can definitely be used for good, but we need to establish where its boundaries are. And a lot of people have different ideas of where those boundaries should be. So it's gonna be a conversation we need to have. Yeah, it's a really complicated, layered, touchy issue because of how many different spaces it touches. But from rights to ethics to even like the economy and jobs, and yeah, a lot. It's a lot. Nothing that'll hurt us from making more money off. Yeah, if there's money to be made, it's going to be a subject of interest. That's just how the capitalist country works. For anyone watching in anywhere but America, no, it's a mess over here. But I'm really hoping that there are people that are keeping an eye on things and having important discussions in places of power where those words will actually be heard and considered. Because a lot of, I think, the problem with, like, indies is that we're often taken for granted. Even if we have incredible skill, even if we have incredible things to say or things to show, if we don't have the reach, if we don't have the platform, nobody hears us. So we gotta hope that somebody with a platform or influence or something catches wind of what we're brewing. The AI debate is not America only. Yeah, that's an everyone mess. But in the end, just to bring this back to a wellness kind of mindset, I'll actually say that in about a minute, because I realized that we're in ads and we might have lost a lot of people in this conversation. I think this is something important that everyone needs to hear, so just let's let that run through. But again, yeah, it's just a very touchy subject. There's a lot to it. We gotta be conscious. We gotta be aware. We gotta educate ourselves. Don't let other people make decisions for you. Don't let other people make opinions for you. This I think should be an all-around agreed upon thing. Feel free to disagree politely and explain why if you disagree. But you need to form opinions yourself. And let me explain what that means. If you ever see an article or a show, use adjectives. I want you guys to have red lights go off in your brains. If something is described as terrible, if something is described as amazing, I want red lights. Red flags everywhere. Think about it. When you look at a piece of news, right? News should be unbiased. It should be a clean account of what happened. News is supposed to inform. News is not supposed to persuade. If a news source uses adjectives are like words to describe, right? That's the definition of an adjective. So if something is described as, again, awesome, terrible, immaculate, mistake-ridden, just think to yourself, okay, why are they using that word, right? Because if you're trying to get informed, if someone uses an adjective to describe something, that's going to form an impression. Because if somebody says, they did an amazing job, you immediately have this impression, oh, they're trustworthy, they did good, they're trying to do their best. Like, you get all these positive things, right? And if they said they did a lackluster job, you think, oh, this person must not have tried. But I haven't even said what happens really, right? What was the decision? What were the factors that led up to it? What the news source should go over is all the facts in an as unbiased way as possible so that the reader can make those assumptions. You're allowed to have your adjectives, but a good news source will not give them to you. Yeah, does that make sense? Does everyone agree with that? Any devil's advocates or other opinions? I do want to hear thoughts. It's a shame that most news isn't information. Exactly. One of the biggest problems I have with the news that I hear is that it's always trying to push an opinion. Now, in a capitalistic society, they're always trying to convince you of something, right? Because if you can direct somebody's opinion, you can direct their actions. And if you can direct their actions, you have control. And when you have control, you can do whatever. You can push your agenda. And when there's money to be made, you can assume that there are plenty of agendas that are being made. So, people, sorry to get serious here. Scrutinize. Whenever you see an adjective. What do I want to see? What do I want to see? Red lights. Red lights, everybody. Make opinions for yourself. Yeah? Egg. I love eggs, but you know what I mean. No! Red lights, everyone. Red lights. Be careful. Question everything. Learn. Be aware. Why? So that way you can be smart. And you can't get led just by whoever has an agenda that's not in your best interest. Because everybody has their own wants, everybody has their own needs. Right? And there are some people in this world, unfortunately, that don't care about the wants or needs of other people. So it is your job to look after yourself. And in order to look after yourself, you have to be informed so you can make good decisions, right? And if you let other people form opinions for you, instead of looking at the facts, then you're going to have a skewed opinion and you won't know exactly how to act in your best interest. Or multiple people's best interest, because we always want to try and look out for as many people as we can, right? Yeah, because let's just get this straight. Society is a group thing, right? It's not an individual thing. We succeed because we help each other, because we function together. We rely on each other to get things done. You can't do everything in today's society. You can make your food, you can buy your food, I'm just thinking of all the wants and needs, right? You can get all your necessities, but can you build your own house? If you can build your own house, well, can you power your house all by yourself? There are so many little things that you have to take into account, and because we live in a society, everybody has their job and everyone takes care of it, right? And we all contribute to making a higher standard of living. But if we don't consider each other, or we value other people less than other people, put them down, because they're perceived as less contributing to society, or maybe, that they don't mean as much. Thank you, Bucky. Everybody plays an important part. And just trying to appreciate and see those parts, I think should be kind of just common sense. You want to respect everybody, and you want to value everybody. And yes, some people work harder than others. And so, I'm not just saying as a blanket statement that everybody's doing their best, because some people want to slack, right? But just making sure that you're doing the right thing means a lot. Because if you want to slack because somebody else is slacking, that kind of feels like the saying, an eye for an eye. Oh, he's slacking, so I'm slacking. She's slacking, so I'm slacking. They're slacking, so I'm slacking. No, nothing's gonna get done that way. You gotta figure out how to take care of yourself And if other people are slacking, you gotta figure out, okay, alright, what can I do to motivate them? And maybe that's not your job. But if it directly impacts you, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I always share love with the lunch lady. Yes, please, they've been through enough. They're grouchy for a reason. Oh my gosh, you know, like the decibel level in lunchrooms? Holy moly. You like go deaf after a certain point. Like, dude, they go through enough. They go through enough. Of course, I want to say, like, emotional intelligence is a huge thing. And I want to say something like being the bigger person. Even if somebody treats you bad, it doesn't give you an excuse to be mean to somebody else, right? Kind of seems obvious, like I'm talking to a 2-year-old kind of thing. Like, don't be mean to them because they stole your toys. You have to be the bigger person. No. Like, honestly, this goes for anybody of any age, right? You need to be the bigger person. You need to be emotionally intelligent. Just because somebody hurts you doesn't give you the right to be mean to other people, right? Because otherwise it just circles around and around and we make the world a worse place. And that's hard to do sometimes. Really hard, especially when somebody makes you mad or actually impacts you in a way that hurts you, right? But don't exact revenge on people who don't deserve it. Don't be petty because it's just gonna backfire, right? Burning bridges and setting up nastiness where it doesn't need to be set up. Like, don't do it, because often you'll hurt people besides those you actually want to hurt. And even if you hurt the people you want to hurt, they just might not be emotionally intelligent. And, you know, who knows? Maybe they're being mean because a loved one just died. Or, you know, something. You never know. You never know. And just being aware that it could be anything, you know, is important. And that's not to say let people walk all over you, because it's a fine line, and I've learned that the hard way with the way some people have treated me. Don't let people walk over you. You be firm, set your expectations, right? And set up consequences, fair consequences for when those boundaries are broken. But just be kind and thoughtful whenever you're thinking about how to take your next move. Yeah. Positive chaos, guys. Doesn't help that all movies basically tell you an eye for an eye. Yeah, it's really hard when media focuses on all the negative things. Like, whenever you watch a movie, right? There's always gotta be conflict, because otherwise you're like, why am I watching this? Everybody is happy, right? Like, no, you have to overcome some kind of problem. Or if it's a tragedy, you know, it ends in tragedy, but I don't like those ones. Because that's not where we want to go. We need to figure out how to overcome, right? But everybody cringes when you see the main character do something stupid, right? Right? When the main character decides, I'm gonna go get revenge because I'm angry, we all go, oh, please don't be a hero, right? Yeah, I'll be heroes. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. And, like, sometimes, you know, you need to go after the people who are causing trouble to stop them from causing trouble, because otherwise they won't stop causing trouble. But, you know, you go about that in a smart way. You consult others, you figure out a fair way of just stopping them from causing harm. Or figuring out a way that's going to inform them or teach them how to do things better. Because, you know, some people don't learn. And I feel like I'm flip-flopping back and forth in a way that seems like, oh, can she make up her mind? There is no exact way of doing anything. Every situation is volatile because we're human beings, we're chaotic, right? But just maintaining a positive mindset and being emotionally intelligent. Does anyone know what I mean by emotionally intelligent, by the way? I'll explain that in a second. But positive, being emotionally intelligent, so that way you can make informed decisions and act in your own best interest and the best interest of all those around you. Right? right? I didn't like college very much because a lot of my professors were very strange and not helpful in terms of educating me. But there were a couple of gems, and one of them was my emotional intelligence class. And just the fact that sometimes people need to be reminded that other people are their own people. Everybody is acting in the way that they think is best, right? If your mother tells you you're not allowed to have any more gummy bears, it's like, no, I want to eat more gummy bears. Like, why is she being so mean? She's not letting me have what I want. Why would she say that, right? But from your mother's perspective, she's like, I don't want my child getting sick because they've had too much sugar, therefore I need to stop them from eating the thing that's going to make them sick, right? So, like, understanding each other's reasons and communicating is very important. Because if you can understand why the other person is saying the things that they're saying, then you can align yourself with them and try and, come to a consensus. Even if you don't 100% agree with what final decision they're making based on the reasons that they have, at least you can understand the thought process, right? And then maybe you can work on, like, okay, here's where we could meet in the middle, right? Anyway, that's why whenever my mom is just like, because I said so, I'm just like, that's not a good reason. Just being able to communicate. And, some people aren't willing to communicate, and that makes things really hard, right? But at least with the people that you care about, or on conversations that are really important and need to happen, communication. Intelligent, emotionally intelligent communication. Yeah. Anyway, that was a cool class. If you guys ever have the opportunity to take an emotional intelligence class, it's amazing. Shadowmere! Wait, I do have candied corn, hold on. Give me a second. I do. I'm just gonna find the thing. Oh my goodness. That's gonna go under there. Ready? Where is it? Is this it? Oh, no. That's not the right one. I'll find it, don't worry. That's not it. I hid it in with the other blueprints. Yeah, it's an Arceum, right? Your mom said I sound very professional and I'd be good at my job. Oh. Considering I want to be, like, some kind of coach, or, like, I don't know if I'm fit to be a counselor. I really kind of want to do something like that. Follow Raid! Hi, Follow! Walked in on a bit of a philosophical conversation. But welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. That didn't work. I don't know why that didn't work. Did I spell it wrong? There we go. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Anyway. Sleep check, chore check, hydration check. Fellow, if you haven't done any of those things, please do so first. And if you have energy after that, feel free to stick around and tell me how your stream was. Let's see. Hi! I just proved I could. Was that comprehensible? Did that make sense? Did anyone learn anything? Or, like, have a revelation of any sort? Or get clarity on anything? That would be really cool. You have school? Oh, if you have school, go to sleep. But thank you so much for the raid. And Smiley Hornet. I love Hornet. Hollow Knight fan, maybe. Anywho, hi. TED Talk? You guys think I should do a TED Talk? You think the little VTuber on? Sha! Easily digestible? Yay! I would love to see what I could do if I wasn't just yapping. Like, imagine I had like a whole like presentation prepared. That'd be crazy. I gotta let Griffin out, but I'll be right back. Yeah. Hey Griffin, what's up? Oh, good job! You know the password, yeah. In order to leave, he has to meow. Yo, if I write a letter to TED Talk, you guys would you guys sign like a petition? Like to get me in there? But I would wanna do it on like breaking down exactly how to conduct positive chaos. Yeah. I'm still looking for that candied corn, Shadowmere. You would sign, yippee! Where's? Can't find it, man. Oh wait, is it here? Oh, I found it. What was it? There we go, candied corn. I'll turn this off. It even has sparkles. Look. Alright. Oh, thank you, Joy. Let me do hydrate. And hello. Alright. I think it's time I got back to drawing. And by the way, if I ever say anything anybody disagrees with, I'm human. I make mistakes. I have my own experiences. I have not experienced everything, right? I am capable of fault. So if anyone ever hears something that's like, I don't 100% agree with that, or I think you should also consider this. Keep up. Tell me. I want to learn stuff, Let's have a conversation. Let's communicate. Be lurking. Okay, let me cross off all of these, just because I've taken care of all of them. I'm gonna turn my AC up a little bit, because I'm a little warm. And back to it. Kindly disagree? With what? You can't just say that. Snack preferences are entirely subjective. You are very welcome to disagree. In the end, it's less of agreeing versus disagreeing and more of you're allowed to have your own thoughts. Exactly! You know what I was saying before? Remember what I was saying before when there's adjectives? Whenever you hear adjective, be careful because that's somebody else forming an opinion, not you forming an opinion. So if anything I said had an adjective, think about it for a second, right? And absolutely take facts and information and form your own opinion and let it inform your decisions. No. There is right, there's wrong, and there's a great space of in between. And that's where many, many, many issues lie. So we're gonna be there for a bit till we figure out what to do with that. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so about how to draw my ears, at least the way I draw them in Chibi. is you have these two little things on the bottom. I like to draw those first so I get an idea of where the base is. And as you can see, the base is right around where the braids are. Right, art. I like these conversations, and you know what my mom was always saying? She's like, "You're too busy playing games. What about all this positivity talk?" Like, I have my moments. Oh, how did I do that? Oh, I learned a thing. Wait, wow. Okay, that's cool. I'm just drawing for a bit, so I can just do that. Wow, wait, that's huge. I like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, two bottom things. This will give you an idea of where to end the ear, and then you draw the shape of the ear, which is not short because we're beating the cat girl allegations. Not short. If anything, you can make it on the longer side, and that'll probably look better. And then you erase the top. Once you have the shape, you erase the top, and you have these two. And a lot of the time, this second one kind of goes into the ear like this. It has like this little overlap. And then there's a little bit of a curve here, and that goes down to here. So the base should be a little bigger. Yeah. These socks are good. I mean, honestly, I don't want to like get in trouble because I don't want to say anything controversial because I don't want to be that drama figure. You know what I mean? I don't want to get involved with drama, but I really do want to make sure people understand, like, you need to be nice to each other. That's one thing I will stand by. You need to stop. Everyone needs to stop. Everyone needs to stop being mean. And by that, a lot of that is learning to not be selfish. Because in the end, it's like you're trying to preserve yourself, right? And, well, that's fine and all because, you know, that's human nature. You gotta take care of yourself, you know? There's a reason you have instincts to, like, jump away from heat and, like, you have a reflex whenever, you know, you touch something sharp. You know, it's about self-preservation so you can live. It makes sense. But, again, we live in a society. And in order to make everyone's lives more enjoyable, we need to be kind to each other, right? So, when it comes to limiting the rights of others, or discriminating against people because of how they like to present themselves, or how they want to identify, or however people want to do things, as long as they're not hurting anybody, or why bother them? People are like so interested in themselves and their own comfort that like they're willing to encroach on the rights of others to, you know, feel more comfortable, I guess. And like that's acceptable. Of course you want to feel comfortable, and you know, that's kind of what we're aiming for, right? We want to feel secured, safe, and comfortable. But when your comfort comes from depriving other people from being able to afford a home, or being able to be with somebody that they love, or like literally anything that somebody should have the basic right to, right? Like, as long as they are not hurting anyone, as long as they are not doing something absolutely crazy, hurting themselves, you know, leave them be! Yeah? Anyone feel me on that? Curtail comic. Wait, that's not a first time chat. I don't remember that name. Hi. Please remind me who you are. I feel bad. I don't remember. Yeah, deep combo, deep combo. I think it was a cool conversation, though. Sitting on my couch. Stream pause. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna check my couch. I legit went downstairs to check out my couch because I I thought you were my dad. I was like, there's no way my dad's in chat. Because, like, not an hour ago, he was sitting watching TV. No! Oh my goodness. Sounds familiar, communication over tradition. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I know exactly what you're talking about. No. No, it was also kind of scary, not gonna lie, because the entire downstairs is pitch dark. Thankfully, I can navigate downstairs even if I can't see anything, or hear anything. I am half deaf. Thankfully, I got the hearing aid now, but, you know, I only just got that. I'm pretty adept at moving down there. Unless there so happens to be a cat in the way, in case I will 100% trip. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to drawing. This is the wrong slide. Once the lights go out, you're not going in. Oh. Is it too scary? And I'm sorry, I'll keep getting caught in the ads. I'll explain it. I'll just explain again when everyone's out. I have the minimum amount of ads set, so I can't do nothing, man. Okay, back to drawing. Grandparents' house used to be ultra spooky when the lights were off. Ooh. I mean, honestly, I feel like older people, because they've had their entire lives to collect things, they have, like, hoards. They have a lot of stuff. So in terms of, like, the silhouettes that get cast in the dark, because of how much stuff that they're able to accumulate, this isn't to say, like, all old people, like, have a ton of stuff, but, like, literally every older person that I have met has, like, this cool, like, collection of stuff. And very often it's, like, material things. Like, nowadays we have, like, a lot of, like, digital things. But back when, you know, physical things were the only things you could have, they have, like, the coolest lamps, or, like, piles of books or CDs. And, like, some of the sculptures that they pick up from whatever, I don't know, like, art shows, like, those also have pretty unique silhouettes. So, like, in terms of just trying to, like, see in the dark, and just see, like, I don't know what kind of shape, because, you know, and if it's a grandparent's house and you're not there 100% of the time, you know, like, I don't know what that wacky shape is. Could it be a demon? Is it the cassette player? I don't know. Okay. Then again, cassette players don't exactly have the most unique shape, so I guess it'd be better to say, like, a lamp. I don't know. Anyway. First spot of the day. Woohoo! Where the banhammer at? Deny. And then get their name. And then report! Where's the report button? A. Report. Spam scans or bots. Is It's a scam. Best viewers. And it is 1:07 a.m. There we go. Block them. There we go. Nah, links don't get deleted. I really like it when people post the clips. Cause like it's, I guess, like encouragement. If you guys ever make a clip that our editors use, we'll give you shoutouts on the social media that I'm on, which is literally just Twitter, YouTube, and Hyper, which nobody knows what that is. But like I try. I always give credit where credit is due. What is Hyper? Is it like Blue Sky? No, it's actually more akin to... What's it most akin to? More akin to Twitch than it is to Blue Sky or Twitter. I don't know what the other one is, but it's essentially a streaming app for VTubers. You can make a custom avatar, and you can live stream directly from your phone. Unfortunately, it's only on Apple because the models of Hyper use something called True Depth, which is part of the software of Apple's iPhones that allows them to do more accurate face identity. So they can have their fancy unlock the screen with your face. You can do it with the mask on, you know, when COVID was big. So, so why did I start there instead of a larger platform? I am a mega introvert. I have a very low social battery. Maybe that comes as a surprise to some people. Because I'm loud and I'm energetic and I like talking to people. The thing is I can only handle so much of it. I think the time I get most work done is when I'm alone. So I can only really focus when I have the room to myself, essentially. Which makes school really difficult for me. So, it's an Apple. I forget what model you need, but it needs to be able to handle enough. If I try and stream for over an hour, it gets really hot. Emergency power mode off. So yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of water here real quick. Anyway, I used to be much more shy than I am now. I've built up, mostly because of streaming, a lot more confidence in myself. And initially why I decided to start streaming is because I want to voice act. Not only do I want to voice act, I want to voice act for Genshin, which is really big because some of the biggest names in anime voice acting voice for Genshin Impact, and I wanna be up there among them. Not only because I love Genshin, not only because I love the voice acting profession, but just because I think it would be amazing to be able to be part of something like that and be me. You know what I mean? Hi, Ten! Oh my goodness, yeah, it's been a hot minute. But the thing is I am super nervous when it comes to performing, and so my voice would shake just recording to myself. My voice would shake, I would come out of character, I would stutter over lines, I would read too fast. And so it was like, this isn't really working. I need to figure out how to overcome this. And like part of it's practice, right? Like, oh, if you do it enough times, you learn. But I wanted to do it in a more productive way. And I was also thinking to myself, I could apply to a voiceover talent agency, right? But what's gonna set me apart from everyone else? Everyone else is trying to do the same thing, right? I'm a voice actor and a singer! That's everybody, yep, move along. So I was like, okay, how do I stand out? I was like, okay, what if? And I'm looking at Lily Pichu and Sino's voice actor. Lily Pichu does, Sayu's voice, and I forget who the name of Sino's voice actor is, but his VTuber, because he's a VTuber, actually looks a lot like Sino, which I thought was really cool. But I was like, both of them are really prominent streamers. Not only streamers, but, they have backgrounds in voice acting and or singing. So I was like, okay, what if I became a super big streamer, and then I go up to Hoyo, and I'm like, okay. I want to voice act for a character in the game. And if I might be so bold, I have an original character, and I'd like to voice that character in the game. So if I can get one, that'll be enough for me. But if I can get two, that's it. That's the dream. I got it. And then I'm gonna keep doing more and more and more. Because, if I can go up to a voice acting company and say, hey, I voice acted my very own original character in Genshin Impact. I mean, that has a lot of weight, So, yeah. I started streaming to get over shyness, to be able to voice act in front of other people, to be able to talk to other people with confidence. And I was just looking around, and I was like, I really am shy, right? So maybe if I didn't have to show my face, it'd be easier, because I feel like I'm a mess half the time. When I'm VTubing, I don't have to worry about the messy room behind me. Who said that? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a messy room. I don't have to worry about if I'm having a bad acne day. I don't have to worry about if I've come home from a long day of being outside and I'm all sweaty and I didn't have time for a shower. I don't have to worry about any of that because I'm a VTuber. Also, because I'm a VTuber, I get to further explore the realm of not only animation in general, but for me, 3D. But when it comes to art, 2D, and a whole bunch of things that you wouldn't consider as a facecam streamer. And I'm not all into makeup, lighting, and all of that. At least not in the physical realm. So this is really good for me. That, and if I ever screwed up, because I was really scared of screwing up, right? It's always the imposter syndrome, right? I'm gonna screw up so bad, right? I was like, well, if I screw up, all I need to do is change my name and alter my avatar a bit, and I'll be good to go. Except I didn't need to, because I started streaming, and every day I would voice act a different character from Genshin. Everything from Barbara, the Darling Deaconess, to numero uno Arasaki Ito. I did literally anyone requested, and not only that, but I would learn a new song in a language I'm not natively acquainted with, because I love Japanese, and I wanted an excuse to practice it. So, every day, new song, different character. Which is a lot, and honestly, for most people, I recommend not streaming every day because it is a lot. But it's always been 10 o'clock EST, 9 o'clock CST, 8 p.m. MST, 7 p.m. PST. But I built up a repertoire that way. So I know a couple of different songs. And I got better at puppeteering a 3D model with ARKit. And I got used to talking to people and more familiar with streamer etiquette and what to ignore, what to, redirect, and how to de-escalate and stuff like that. And honestly, it took a lot of time to really understand how to do all that, because I struggled for a really long time with letting people take advantage of me, because I had this mindset everyone is a person. They're human. They make mistakes. And they deserve to be treated right. But what I failed to recognize is that when somebody violates a boundary over and over and over again, and they say, oh, I'm sorry, but then they do it again, that there are certain points where you need to, say no, say stop, say it's done. So that's carried over into my practice in streaming, is I kind of just used to do or go along with whatever, but If something makes me uncomfortable, if you violate one of my boundaries, I'm gonna let you know. Because if I'm not comfortable with something, I can't vibe with that, and we might not get along if we can't come to an understanding if we don't communicate. If I don't let you know that there's something wrong, you're not gonna know that there's something wrong. Or if you know that there's absolutely something wrong with what you just did, if I don't call you out on it, you're gonna think, oh, I can just get away with it then, right? So I gotta say something. And sometimes saying it, you feel like, oh, I don't really want to hurt their feelings, right? Like, I'm calling them out. You need to be clear with how you feel. And if there's a way to do it discreetly, sure, do it discreetly. But communicating. And I've gotten a lot better. I've come a long way, I think, with that. Yeah, daily streaming is very much a stress. You barely have time to plan things. You don't have any rest. It's a constant, I need to get ready, I need to get ready, I need to get ready, I need to have something prepared, I need to have material. And you don't get any rest because it's a constant grind. Content creation is a full-time job. I'm sorry, yeah. If they've done it over and over, they are clearly not sorry, or they clearly haven't learned how to take into account what's going on and avoid it, and yeah, it's not good. Okay, I agree with the first two, but don't make them sorry. Don't make them sorry. Just teach them what happens when you violate a boundary, set a consequence. If you're dating somebody and they repeatedly do something that you've told them is not okay, and it's something perfectly reasonable to ask, and they do it over and over and over, you say, we're done. I'm not dating you anymore. Done. Period. Over. And you're done. Right? There's a consequence. You don't associate with them. You don't give them the privilege they had with interacting with you, right? So, you set your boundaries, set consequences. So if your boundaries are taken advantage of, crossed, whatever, you have a clear thing that allows you to break away, that allows you to reclaim control over the situation, right? And yes, absolutely, communication, trust, and respect. Very important pillars, absolutely. They do need to be called out, but there's a way to do it kindly, right? You always want to be kind because, yeah, maybe somebody's acting out, but, unless they've shown themselves to be ignorant or inconsiderate on multiple occasions, hey, maybe they're having a really rough day. You don't know where they're coming from, right? Do I do any just chatting streams? I guess this kind of counts as one because I'm not doing a whole lot of art. I really should get back to art. I was supposed to color focus today. That's not really happening. I got distracted. Daily streaming is not too bad as long as you make time and have content. I guess, as long as you're comfortable with it, but it doesn't give you a whole lot of time. So as long as your streams aren't too planning intensive, like for me, I make assets and I make banners and I come up with clever titles for every single one. I need a little bit of time to plan and create things, right? So I guess it depends on the intensity, the quality, and so on. Might just be, sorry, they gotta find somebody else to exploit. My headphones! Not even low battery, just power off. Come on. Anyway. Whew. Some people don't understand. Some people are not emotionally intelligent, or they've been taken advantage of or taught or brought up a certain way, and they just don't understand, or they think it's okay. Right? So, it might be their fault, and it might be their fault and not their fault. You know what I mean? Everyone comes from a different experience. It's really hard, but being flexible is important. Being understanding and trying to have the ability to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, but also being skeptical, right? You want to be nice, but you don't want to be a pushover. It's a hard line. It's a hard line to find, but a very important one to maintain. Yeah, I'm just chatting. Just gotta educate sometimes. Yeah, and it's not your job. Yeah, it's not always your job. because lots of people do not know how to act appropriately. And if you try and teach somebody, especially if you're trying to teach somebody who doesn't want to be taught, you're going to have a really hard time. And it's not your job. And it's not fair to you. Right? Because it's like, this person is really making my life difficult because they don't know how to act right. Because they don't know how to respect people. Because they don't know how to do whatever it is that they're messing up on, right? And it's frustrating. But if it impacts you, and you're able to resolve it, being the bigger person, and giving them incentive to help them understand this is how you should be acting and why it's important, you know, not being condescending, but making it understood where your boundaries are and how you're going to act if they can't be respectful, or what consequences they're going to have to face if they can't, you know, come to terms with what everybody else is understanding. It's like, come on. I don't know what that is. Should I delete that? I don't know what that is. Let's remember, family friendly stream. Oh, parasocial. No, this is a topic I've actually covered. It's fine. But let's definitely call it parasocial. That way, it's easy to understand. Stalker. Yeah, I had one. Not from VTubing, just in real life. It's kind of heavy. Lead someone. Eh? Yeah, some people really need help. Anyway. Sometimes it's like even understandable. Not that it's right, but it's understandable when you're kind to somebody who's never received that kind of attention or that kind of response, you know. Sometimes it makes sense for them to want to latch onto that. How do I feel about chocolate? Huh? Chocolate. I like the name. Being told no, yeah, that's what hurts. Because when you're sweet and a pushover until it becomes that they're asking too much because they've never been able to get things out of anyone before, and they push it too far, and then suddenly it's no, then it's hard. That's when trouble begins. That doesn't look great. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, I finally finished. They're just No! I mean, the name was good. Alright. They just came up in Discord. Alright. I mentioned in Stream Talk in our Discord, that floor planning once again came up in my brain. Does anybody know one of the big 3D projects that I've had in mind for about 2 years? Environment! Yes, a 3D environment. Any of my regulars know what I could possibly want to have a 3D environment of? Kudos, a major kudos. Yes! Bucky, major kudos to you. I would like to make a 3D environment of the Hightailers Trinket Shop. I'm working on my own lore So, like, besides my Genshin lore, I also have ideas for my own. I haven't developed it as much as my Genshin lore, but it's definitely something in progress, and the trinket shop is something both shared by my Genshin lore and my actual, like, original lore. So it's an important space. It's also a very pretty space, one that I hope to eventually have as, like, a stream environment. On Warudo, I can have environments. Let me actually show you real quick. Hold on. It's gonna cover up my entire screen, so don't mind me. I'm gonna go over here. It's gonna cover chat too, I think. Maybe not, actually. Hold on. A physical version? Maybe at some point. That would be really cool. But for now, I want to make just... Hold on. I gotta turn off my directional light. And then I gotta turn on the environment. And then I gotta turn off transparency. Ta-da! And it looks like I am covering chat. Anyway, this is what I would like to create something like in 3D so I can operate in it. Anyway, back to transparent. Environment off because this absolutely kills my computer, and environmental light back on. And back over here. But just a 3D environment, it might be a while before I can 3D print anything, although there's something called SolidWorks that I talked about with Boki, and if I wanted to make a 3D figure that if anyone wanted to print, that's probably where I would do it if I can get a 3D model file together. Because I'd want to be making it like dynamic and cool, maybe some Foxfire, like... I gotta think of something cool, like splash art vibes. But yeah, Kishi kinda sound like a teacher. Did you know I actually taught for a summer. I do not hold a teaching degree. So I was not ready. I was also not hired to be a teacher. I was told I would be a daycare assistant, not a teacher, so I was really thrown through a loop. But I did it, and my students, I think I made a nice impression on. And I taught them lots of different things. Yeah, you must heard, yeah, renders. Yeah, well, renders part of it, yes. Is that Unity engine? Yes and no. Warudo is the app I use for VTubing, and it is based in Unity. I don't know how much else they added to it, but it does run through Unity. Yeah, Boki helps me out with a lot of the 3D stuff. Other duties as required. Wait, what do you mean? Oh shoot. My sister just texted me, hold on. This is an important credit card related thing. I might have to pause for a second. Just give me a second, guys. In the safe? I don't know the password! Teach you in the Hightailor study? I might have time tomorrow. I'll try and hang out in there if anyone wants to have a philosophical discussion. Oh, okay. I got the password. Tomorrow's bad. I'll just be around. I got work to do, so I'm just gonna be looking for a job and also trying to finish VTuber stuff because I got a crunch before October. Wait, Buffy birthday. Wait, family member or one of the boys? Alright, I gotta go retrieve a credit card. Or debit card. I'll be right back, guys. Don't let anything terrible happen while I'm gone. Wow, what happened here? Oh man. Okay, the credit card or debit card issue has been taken care of. I can go back to streaming. Bucky! Was it you? No, it was Mako. Mako! I don't know if Mako could hear me because I don't see a sub badge or anything. So, tell Mako I'm yelling at him. It was this time. But you pitched right in. You pitched right in. Bread Vessel, you too. I can't believe this. Alright, I gotta plug everything back in. Give me a second. You were just caught in between. Oh man, I don't believe that for a second. Number 1 arsonist here. Offender number 1. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Oh, I gotta go get the debit card again because I forgot to get. I forgot to get the other number on the back. Yeah, the other number. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Holy moly. I can't she texted me again. I was so scared it was gonna be something else. Like, oh yeah, there's another. No, she just said thank you. I was like, oh. Oh, okay. Anyway. Whew. Oh my. I'll stop bothering you now, I promise. Stop giving me heart attacks. Alright, I'm gonna have milk candy for that. Oh. I'm gonna lose my mind. I have so many snacks from the snackathon, and I am the happiest fox. Okay. Okay. What is with the... Okay. Hold on. My calibration is all screwed up. Because I took my phone down. Because I needed a flashlight. And it's off center. I think that's it. I think that's better. Mayhaps. Anyway. Alright, welcome back. Everyone's going off. Alright, guys, good luck out there. Oh no. Good luck out there, folks. I'm gonna get back to drawing. Okay. Here's a secret to coloring the hair. So the main color is you'll never guess. You'll never guess. I just highlight pretty much everything except for the fluff. Don't forget the top ones. Yeah, that looks like everything. I'm gonna extend the selection by 3 pixels. It's too much. Let me try 2 pixels. Yeah, that's good. And I'm gonna color it, you guessed it, orange. I forgot to select all the braids, so let me undo that, select the braid areas. It's always something I forget. Alright, extend the selection by 2, and fill with orange. Yippee! Okay. There's some overfill here, so I'm just gonna clean that up real quick. So, top 10 mistakes made when drawing my character. Mistake number 1. These are not braids. They're not braids. They are not. This is a terrible braid. Anyway. They are not braids. They are rope. This is straight up rope. It's not because I can't draw braids, I can't draw them well, yes, but this was a stylistic choice, not because I couldn't draw them. Anyway, they're rope. I'm also not really trying that hard. So that's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, which I am actually guilty of sometimes, is forgetting my freckles. They're a minor detail that a lot of people don't even notice. For chibi drawings, a lot of the time they look good when you put like 3 by the cheeks, but they do go up the bridge of the nose just a little bit. Like this area and this area. There are none actually on the nose. If you're looking for a good reference, if you don't want to use my character, I do have reference sheets, but if you want to use another character, they are heavily based on Fremine and Alloy. Because those are 2 characters that also have freckles in Genshin Impact. So I think Fremine's freckles are like the cutest thing ever. So more so based on him. But yeah. For chibi though, 3 or 4 typically looks best. If you try and go too far up the bridge of the nose, it starts looking kind of weird. At least for chibi. I like how the 4 looked, so I'm gonna go this back. Oh, thank you. I forgot that section of the hair. Let me fill that in. The first thing... Really? Wait, for real? Wait, that's awesome then. Because, like, I have freckles real life and I'm really proud of them. And I know some people actually get bullied for them. So I want to kind of just advocate them as they're not just a thing for clumsy anime characters, or they're not like some unseemly, like, I don't know, like blemish. They're cute and they're pretty. Some people even like add them as like makeup, even if they don't even have them. So like, you know, don't insult freckle people. Haven't really seen any other models with freckles. Oh, I see this as an absolute win. Okay, let me make another layer so I can actually keep track of this. And what font am I gonna use? Anyone have any guess? Let's make this not gigantic. Still too big. Still too big. Still too big. Who knows what font this is? Ready? Mistake number 1. Hair, rope, not braid. Let's put this in the bottom corner. Sans Undertale, no! It is not Comic Sans. Nope, nope. This is centered. I would like it to be left aligned. Number 2. Freckles! Don't forget. Number 3. Missing hair gradients. There are... Whoa, I did not mean to do that. How did I do that? I added more. Let me go into water though. I accidentally unhid a bunch of blueprints and I was looking for the horns. So anyway, hold on. I need to separate these. Okay, there we go. All right. No. Okay, missing hair gradients. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 separate gradients between my hair and ears. And when I say between, I don't mean like between them, but like including both. Oh no, I am sorry for your loss. Oh. One of the things you can do to make your life a little bit easier is, you see how I've colored this layer all one color? Instead of trying to do everything separately, instead of trying to do everything on one layer, creating separate clipping layers is really helpful. So let me show you where each gradient is. So first one, and I like to use the airbrush for this, is there's white at the very bottom of the hair. There's not only white, that's just the first part of the gradient, there's also a yellow color. It's not orange, it's just yellow. And that's smaller, but it goes in between. That's not... There we go. And just try and make sure that there's white on the ends of each one of them. And for the bangs, what I like to do is I pick a ridiculous color, and I highlight all the bangs. Right? Increase by 2. Look, my bangs are blue! But I'll pick a ridiculous color, because the bangs have a separate gradient of their own. Because if you look at it, right, if all of the gradient was at the same place, the bangs would kind of just be orange. There would not be any white tips. So I pick a ridiculous color. I create another clipping layer on top. I make the entire thing orange, but then I do the same thing. I get that white color all the way at the bottom. Get the airbrush. And because it's clipped to this under one, it's not gonna go anywhere I don't want it to, as long as that bottom layer is adjusted correctly. It's not just straight, it is a little bit what you call it? A little bit like bowl shaped. So let me get back to my airbrush. Yep, okay. So let me go over here. I did them on the same layer. Yeah, it's fine. So again, just trying to make sure that there's white on every tip. This one is really hard to get, so sometimes I just ignore it. But just generally white on almost every tip. Okay. And then the orange. And the orange gradient on the bangs is trying to make sure it doesn't cover the entire bang. Should I mimic the shape? Yeah. So that's 2 out of 4 gradients. Rebel face. Here's the next one. Again, we pick a ridiculous color. Let me pick blue. Let's pick blue. I'm gonna get my magic wand again. I'm gonna select the braids. Okay. Let's expand the area just to cover a little bit more ground. That's too much. I'm going to expand it by 1. That's better. I fill in. Look for any spots that are missing, like over those 2 corners. Yep, yep. And then this one. Let's erase here. Always thought the braids look like small foxtails. The one in back does, right? Look. This is supposed to be a mini tail. Ready? It's a mini tail. I thought it was cute, so I put it there. It's also kind of like the end of like a tassel, I guess. I'm glad you think so. It looks like my calibration's off again, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. I know I'm gonna redo the camera. I'm in orbit, so I'm just gonna go like that. If I'm in orbit mode, it just means I can't lean forward. Whenever I lean forward, the camera kind of follows me. So instead, I have to go to free look, and free look means I can do this. Anybody remember why I picked the design that I picked? These little circle things in the back, and the ones on my dress. But back to the braids. Clipping layer, make it orange, and then pick that yellow color. And the very bottom of these braids are lighter. Yeah. Why do they keep doing that? Okay. The braids have a yellow underneath. So that is gradient 3 out of 4. And for this last one, I'm just going to add it on top of the original layer, because it's rather isolated and easy to see. I'm going to make this brush super big. That's too far down. So about 3/4 of the way up, there's a yellow gradient. Here's Sushi. Wait, that's a very interesting name. I'm curious the name, the story behind that. But thank you for the follow. Welcome to the High Taylor Circle. I realized I also forgot to recalibrate, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. There you go. That's better. All right. So that's the top of it. Again, 3/4 or about halfway, maybe? Yeah, a little bit on the higher side of the half, if anything. Oh. Alright. But yeah, like that. And then the tip, the very tip, is black. And the black isn't only at the tip, and I'm going to create a new layer for this. The black goes all along this side here. Oops. And up to here. Okay. And then it goes all the way down on the front as well. Oh, don't forget this. There's a little like it's like a cowlick kinda, I guess. And there's another one over here. I don't usually draw this one. That's can't unclip it. Yeah, I'm not gonna draw it. I don't usually draw it, but this one I do. This one's important. And that's not on the original one. You know what? I'm just gonna add it there. There. Yeah. Oops. Wait, why is it multicolored like that? What the? What the? I think that's the other clipping layer. I think it's this one. That's really funny. Okay, so anyway, there's this, and I'll erase the other layer on top of it. The orange here, because it should be pure black. Whoops. Just yet. Oh, it's this. Put the line art. I think that's the line art making that weird color here. Yo. Big ear, yeah, yeah. And then I go here, and again it runs all the way from the bottom. Wow, that was a really exact line. I did not expect that to turn out perfect like that did. Oh my goodness. And then all the way down there. That one didn't turn out perfect. Anyway. Man! I said something and now it's hard to do. Okay, I got it. Okay. Up. I think this gives it a really defined shape and I really like it. We get under here, get the orange. Oopsie. Back to the black. Again, black. Okay, and then this is where the cool part is. So this is the last gradient. It's black to yellow to orange. And that's here. It's at the very top. It's only on the outside though, so I have a hard time not getting the inside. Yeah. And there's the hair coloring. The little sketches. Yeah, I did. Sometimes, which you can add. Oh, I forgot the one on the other side. You get the little cowlick like here. Oh. Yeah. Okay, and then what you can add on top. Anybody know what an add glow layer does? I love add glow, I love glow dodge. So I'm going to use a ridiculous color just to show you where I'm putting the stuff, because what I'm going to do later is you'll see why it's going to be hard to see if I do anything else. Kind of follow the flow of the hair. Don't be too neat. But these are the highlights. And actually, if I clip it to the bangs, it's probably a good idea. Let me clip it to the bangs. The bangs are over here. I clip it to the bangs, so if I draw a big old line, it's only going to go on the bangs. Right? And then what I do, every time that there's a line, I'm going to erase. And sometimes, some people do like that. I don't like it. This one doesn't really feel big enough, but anyway. Go here. Here. Oops. I really want to study how Hanako does these. Because I don't do like that. I hear you, Chaomic. I wish you the best of luck with it. Yeah, every time somebody says they're making a comic, Loki, I hurt a little bit because there are so many aspiring writers, and so many of them have ideas, and then they don't follow through. So I'm only gonna validate you when you actually do the thing. You gotta do the thing. You gotta work hard. Says the aspiring VA. I practice every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. I practice in the shower. I practice right before bed. I stream literally for that exact purpose. I got a portfolio? I do. I got a demo reel. I think I only have one person who actually asked me to do anything. It was super unofficial. I think it was a kid that asked me to do it too, so I really have no idea what they did with it. But they were very sweet, and I was like, okay, sure. Other than that, I had the voice requests here. I'm planning to do a couple videos with reading, but I'm just figuring out how to do the formatting. But there's stuff in the works. Where do I take commissions? Either on Ko-Fi, or if you send me a message through Casting Call Club. All of the links should be available through my card, which is essentially my website. Reminds you puzzles? Yeah, I love puzzles. I need to save up money to commission an illustration so we can do it on my birthday. I like the Danganronpa, was it what's his name? I just forgot his name. Monokuma. Ah, I think it's the funniest thing ever. You know what? It'd actually be super freaking easy to model Monokuma hairpins. I have some in real life because I thought that show was really interesting. Danganronpa. It's also a video game, I think. But yeah, I think Monokuma is really funny. Let me see if I can add some more. I'm adding to the top here. Give it like a little bit more shape, I guess, instead of just looking like a cutout. I gotta add the bottom here. Yeah. Wait, should I go the other way? Because the hair is like that. Yeah. Think. That's good enough. All right. Okay. I think I still want to fix this one on the end, and yeah, this little triangle really bothers me. A little bit more. I don't know if I can really do anything with this one. I was like, I gotta do some more study on how to do this. Sound closet? No, I actually, despite wanting to be a voice actor, I really don't have the space for it. Even streaming is a constant battle. Because I'm frequently told I'm being too loud. And I really try hard. I got like the side tone on my headphones, and I don't play like loud games. I'm just a loud person. But my parents are right next door. Well, at least my dad is, because my mom's out right now. But they're right next door, and there's no other place for me to have private space besides my room. So yeah, it's a little difficult sometimes. He's on your couch eating your pasta? My dad? Yeah. Yeah, he is, isn't he? You legit scared me, not gonna lie. Oh, I had no idea it was a reference. I am very out of touch with a lot of American media. Should probably work on that. I don't have too much time for scrolling. Dig a bunker and stream out there? Doesn't sound like a bad idea. That would be awesome. Where do I get a permit for that? I think I'm satisfied with the highlights. I got them to relatively, like, nice looking shapes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna lock the layer, so all of the colors are gonna stay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this orange color. Bam! They're all orange now. You can kind of see it, right? For those people who can't actually hear what I'm saying, because they're in ads. But as soon as you change it to an add layer, or an add glow layer, I don't like how that looks as much, or a glow dodge layer. I think actually that the add is going to work best here. And I'm going to adjust it so it's also yellow. Let me grab the yellowy color. It's going to be yellow on bottom. Just for a little diversity. Can't really see the difference, I realize, but anyway. Yeah, add layers. There you go. Yippee, ads over. Sneaky Fox meme. I'm gonna have to look at that later. It's the worst time for ads. Okay, let me explain it again. Okay. So, how do I explain this? I'll just redo what I just did. Okay. Wait. Okay. So I have the blue layer, right? I'm going to color it orange, right? And then I'm going to change it from a normal layer to an add layer. I also tried add glow, but that messes with the anti-aliasing, and I don't like it. Because you see the difference between add and add glow. And the add glow is just a little too pixely for my taste. And then the glow dodge, I think it adds too much saturation, so I'm going to go with add in this case. And then I'm going to decrease the saturation until I'm comfortable with it. Like, it should look nice, but it shouldn't, like, overtake it, you know what I mean? Sometimes with cheapies or, like, stylized stuff, sometimes, like, really wacky highlight colors look really good. So honestly, it depends on your preference, I guess, or the style you're going for. But, yeah. And Kale, like, whenever nobody's in your house, you get really loud. Yeah, right? You sing at the top of your lungs, and you can play all the games that, you can rage to. Or just get loud and passionate about. I remember the one time my parents are out, I was like, I'm gonna play a game I can be absolutely chaotic, buck wild. So we didn't quite get as buck wild as I thought we would. But it was entitled Goose Game. But I cackled a lot, so there's that at least. But thank you, Cam. Okay, we'll look into that. Mm-hmm. Any ads over? It's from a webcomic. Exo Comics. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before, but I'm not sure. And let me just put that here. It's 4. Then we have highlights. And then after that, really the only thing that there is I'm going to put all of this in a folder. Add another layer and clip that to the folder, so if I go elsewhere, it's not gonna... Yep, it's only on the hair layer. I actually forgot, because it's white, that I didn't add... let me actually change this background color so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't add... to the background. The skin is not colored, the ears are not colored, so let me fix those first. Untitled Goose Game is great. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's an amazing puzzle game. I just thought it was a silly, goofy, oh, we're gonna cause trouble. No, you actually have to think, and it's really cool because you have to think so creative. And like, yes, the end game is to cause trouble, but you have to be creative about it. You gotta be clever about it. And I really like that. Okay, fluff done. Now I'm just gonna add some skin so it doesn't look green. Because I think that's wacky. Here, get the neck in there. Extend by 1. Here. If anyone's curious about how to shade on the face, I'll create another layer here. Let me get a darker color. So it's going to be, let me get my airbrush. Darker by the neck, because shadow. Darker towards the bottom of the face, especially by the edges of the face here, because it's like where the hair was starting, right? Underneath here. And then there's, I like to do a little bit of pink. Get like a orangey pinkish color to do blush. Yeah, the darker blush is better. Actually, it looks okay. Usually I don't do it that dark, but it kind of looks doll-like, and I like that. Much I lied. Yeah. Some people do it on the bridge of the nose too. But depending on if you draw the nose, it can look sometimes strange. In this case, I think it looks fine. I can add. Nah, I don't like it there. I'm gonna add it a little bit up there. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna leave the rest up to cell shading, but that's good. Sometimes people do it right below the eyes, but because the eyes are like right on top of the cheeks here, because it's chibi, I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna get a super saturated purple, and I'm gonna cell shade. Cell shade, tongue twister. So the inside of the ear is cell shaded. Whoops. And because it helps with defining where fur is, I like to actually remove, like, because you see the edge of the ear, right? But I like to remove associating where the fur is, or the fuzz, or the ear fluff, whatever you want to call it. And then I add shadow for each of these parts. So that means on the underside of the fluff tufts. Oh, Bucky, you're going to sleep? Okay, bye-bye! Thanks for stopping by and sticking around, hanging with me. I hope you learned a thing or two, or thought about something you maybe haven't thought about before, or haven't thought about in a long time. But take care. Good night. So the underside of fur. Like that. Just like these curved triangles for the most part. And sometimes you have like this one would cast a shadow here. So a little bit of that. Sometimes it skip out on that though. This should look like it connects nicely. And sometimes you want to even indicate like that there's another one like right here, but I don't want to draw it out because it's like too much line art, it feels like. Just don't cut the layer. But it kind of indicates that, oh, there should be one here, even though you don't actually draw the line art for it. In here. 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 Oh, and the reason I was talking about the trinket shop earlier is because I mentioned I want to have like a little shelf where anything that people have drawn for me, I wanna have a little collection of everything that people have drawn, and just have it like as like a little. If you know it's there. It might not be anywhere direct. I don't even know if I have space for a bookshelf like that in the setup. But I'll have it somewhere, like photos under my desk or a billboard with things on it. I'll put it somewhere. And I really like getting art from people because it's just like kind of saying like, I didn't just enjoy your stream, like I was sitting here and I did a thing. And sometimes it means like they were productive during my stream, and it's like a kind of a show of it. So like, if you guys are productive during my streams, that makes me really happy because it means like maybe not only that you're being entertained, but that you feel inspired to do something. Even maybe after a hard day of work, because I get everybody's tired and sometimes they just want to sit down. But there's always something to explore, something to learn, something to do, right? And so taking what opportunities you can between the things that you absolutely need to do is really important. Hee I like the shadows there. And I know it looks really, really silly right now because this is like bright blue, but you'll see. You'll see. Let me cook. Trust the process. Okay. When you're establishing shadows, you should really decide where a light source is. For me, I'm imagining my light source is like from here. So it's casting light like that. Like that. Later. Would that make the rightmost ear not have shadows? No, not necessarily, because honestly, if you think about each individual piece of fluff, right? The light is shining on this part, like this part here, but there's still the underside to it. So the light isn't exactly shining on it, right? So I guess that makes sense. And this is the inner part of the ear here. So as the light travels further in, it goes here. And you see, like, this one's thicker. That's because it's on the other side. Oh, the inner ear? I cheat a little bit with that. I think it looks weird with absolutely no shadow. So I like to think that this part of the ear eventually casts a shadow over here. And I have over here. Here. I'm not the best with shading. I am learning. I have never done a proper light study, just colors. So I don't technically really formally understand how to shade in like, I don't know, professional or true way, I don't know, but I just like to color. So I pretty much look for any excuse that allows me to do that. Let me put these skin layers in the folder because it's not letting me cell shade over them. I don't have it clipped to the skin layers. I gotta put everything I want it to clip to in the folder. Because essentially what the clipping layer does is it limits itself to be on the same area as the thing that it's above. Here. And you'll see that there's like little holes, and even though I'm coloring right over some of them, like this one I can fill, I just missed this one, but this one, no matter how hard I color over it, it's not letting me, right? Bot number 2, bonk. Alright. And I gotta ban them. Hold on. I don't know why I can't just ban them from the page. I'm not even gonna report these anymore here, it's not even worth it. Anyway. But you see this hole here? That's because even though, like, if I unclip it, you'll see it covers, right? That's because I'm missing something on the skin layer. If I go back to the skin layer, and I get the color, there, now it turns blue, because it was like, oh, there's no pixel there, so it can't color there. Yeah, at least it didn't show up in chat. Thankfully, Twitch is getting better about, its bots. Unfortunately, it's also very sensitive to, like, everything, so it'll, like, warn you before you send a defensive message, and I don't know if that's gonna backfire at any point, but anyway. Censorship is getting easier and stricter, I guess. I hope so. I just hope it's not abused. You know what I mean? Here we go, and then this goes over here. Oh, they should be careful. Highlights and shadows should not override. Because if there's a highlight, that means there shouldn't be a shadow. Unless you have multiple light sources. In that case, it's possible, but I'm only doing one. I can only handle one. I need help otherwise. Oh. I forgot a gradient. There are 5 gradients. I just like looked straight at it and I was like, oh yeah, that's one of the last things I gotta do. Oh my goodness, wait, you can hear that? Yeah, I'm drinking ramen. I love ramen. You see what the channel points are? I actually put a bottle in the fridge earlier because I was gonna try this new technique. Instead of smashing the bottle open with the hammer, which is what I've done before, I'm gonna try this technique, and I gotta be careful because I don't know if it actually is like legit or not. I'm gonna try and like put a hot knife and see if it'll cut, like split the glass. But I gotta read more about it first. I will make sure I protect myself. No worries. What was I doing? Just trying to color something on a separate layer that was. Oh! the fifth and final ingredient that I forgot earlier. Let me make sure I'm on the right layer. I'm going to clip it to the original hair layer. There are white gradients on the tips here. Yep. There you go. Just touch up over here. You can just cut or pry off the plastic. I've tried. It's really hard. I don't know how to. I've tried to cut it with like pliers and tools, and it just doesn't come off. Okay. Just gonna also, this one pixel's bothering me. Fill that in. Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but I must liberate the shinies. I messed with the button too much, so I had to glue it back, and now it doesn't have as much sensitivity as it used to. Just melt the whole thing. Mako, it's summertime. I don't got the heat tolerance for that. The what? The what now? Eh? There is no sub to unsub. I would prefer you did not sub anyway, because Twitch is being a butt. Don't waste your money. I mean, do what you will. Do what you will. As a hightailer, for as long as you are a follower, you are a hightailer. And as a hightailer, you can come and go as you so please. Are you glad to be somewhere with a similar mindset? I'm glad to hear that. I like to hear it when people actually care about what's going on and thinking critically and caring. Because honestly, with all the nonsense that's going on, sometimes it's easy to forget to care. Yeah, this one's behind the other ones. This is gonna have more, and that's much thinner. Yes. 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 Okay. Here. Oh, and I gotta get the underneath. Sometimes I forget to get the underneath. Oh. Yes. Okay. I don't really enjoy cell shading, but what I do enjoy is turning on multiply after I finish. Because right now it's like all these silly blue lines. Um but as soon as I turn on the multiply, it looks 100 times cooler. It's like I gotta hold out. I gotta wait until the opportune moment. I gotta say that with the British accent, but anyway. Hi, yellow. What's up, Voz? Good to see you. How are you? And about the Ramune bottle, by the way, guys. Ever since I turned on the NVIDIA broadcast, I thought it would help a lot with the what you call it, noise suppression. So I was really scared that a lot of my like silly noises and like even like I heard like sometimes it cuts people off at the beginning. I was kind of scared that a lot of that would get like, you know, chopped. But if you guys are hearing the Ramune marble, it's gotta be alright, right? Oops, that's purple. Nope. Nope. Yes. No. What? No! You know what? Sure. Fix the top. Hey, what? Hey, hey, the what? What's that? Oh! Wait, Curtailed, you're a fox! Wait a second. Are you from YouTube? Did you come from YouTube? Are you who I think? Are you who I think you are? Nah. Where'd you come from? How'd you find me? And thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. It's like technically a sub. But I get to see roughly 97% of that instead of 50. PayPal still yoinks about 2.37% plus 47 cents or something like that. Something kind of close to those numbers. But I get most of it. So that means a lot. Thank you. Legally, Fox. Online might as well be Mike. Everyone's a Fox. Yeah. Foxes unite. The Curtailed comic is a really cool name. I love the alliteration. Honestly, if you were like a VTuber, I could see like your design just being like a compilation of words or something. Lots of like spirals. Whenever I think of the word curtailed, I know it means like it's like specifically designed for or like almost like tailored to. Right? Wait, maybe I'm getting it confused with tailored. Make less of. Yeah, so like okay, I also got the impression of like shredding. So okay. Like shreds and like curls of paper. You know what I mean? That would be really cool. You could even have like a paper tail because you're a fox, right? Wait, the light is there. Okay. And then for underneath face, hair in the back should 100% be fully cell shaded to give a darker impression. Your wife is the artist. She draws you as a fox because of the name. You're okay being you. She doesn't like the camera. Oh, she's shy. Yeah, I get that. But what does she like to draw? Besides you as a fox. Oh, I can't get copyright by Nintendo. I was gonna do Lost Woods. They will smack me. Color the collar down there first. Hold on. Get under there. Get rid of that. There. Get the color of the collar. Magic wand. Nope. Yep. She used to draw the comic, now mostly doodles. Oh, what happened? Lose steam or writer's block or something? Life happens. It's still a shame. Oops. Here. Here. That's Wait, there it is. Color done. Now I can do the shadow properly on the bottom of the face. Let me go back up to the cell shading there. That's not the right color. There we go. Make it go down into that a little bit. Usually it's easier like that because it's like a sharper chin, but like this is chibi, so just trying to make sure it looks okay. I don't want it to go too far down to the bow, but I don't want it to look like a straight line either. I want it to have a curve. Such a cows! Yeah, there we go. Now I can see the fox. Here. Draw a doubled bow. Underneath. This is darker. There. Here, this should be. Get back to there. I got so distracted, man. I was supposed to be coloring the other thing, and now it's 2 a.m. and I haven't colored like anything on the other one. I just been doing this. And it came out pretty cute, so like I'm happy with it, but like dang. I was supposed to color focus. Oh. Here. Nope. Yep. Sure. Wait, no. Okay, Brad. See you in a bit. Yeah, That's Animal Crossing. Also Nintendo. Don't want to get slapped. Hiya, Bing Bong! What do you mean, no? Pray tell. What dost thou so vehemently oppose? Thine reasoning is still very unclear. Okay. Cancel if you're joking about Nintendo strikes or singing their song. I probably would not get copyright struck, but I will say, I have gotten videos blocked and have had to dispute the copyright over because I have hummed things. It detects the melody from the things I hum, and it copyright strikes me for it. I'm not even playing anything, I am just humming. I'm not even singing most of the time, and they will at me. Yeah, you can't even sing a cappella karaoke. Yeah. Actually, if you dispute it, a lot of the time they don't even give it a second of their attention, and the copyright strike just goes away after 30 days of waiting. Yeah, half the time they will not read it. Yeah, so that's also part of it. One time on one of my really important videos, it was like a limited time event in Genshin, and I was really hyped for it. I was upgrading artifacts at like the beginning of the stream or something, and some other, I don't know, streamer group, something, media company. It's called 8 Asian Media Company. Guys, if anything called 8 Asian Media Company, talking about fellow streamers or video uploaders on YouTube out there, if a company called 8 Asian Media tries to claim copyright over your videos, I have a feeling 99% chance it is complete nonsense. I was upgrading artifacts, right, on Genshin, which is a typical thing a Genshin player does, and I got copyright struck just automatically on YouTube. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense, I dispute this. And so it sent in the claim, right? And 8 Asian Media Company was like, no, we own this. And like whatever copyright, not copyright, whatever Creative Commons license kind of thing, like, oh, I changed it enough for it to be distinctly mine. Like, the video that it was in reference to was no camera, no VTuber, no nothing, Chinese speaker, not English speaker, speaking over artifact enhancement. I was like, how is this at all the same? You're essentially claiming to own any artifact enhancement footage of like a 5-star artifact or something like that. And I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. And I brought it to a higher claim. So the first thing that YouTube tells you to do is it'll say, okay, do you think this is a mistake? And you can say, yeah, this is a mistake. And you send it to the thing that it's copyright infringement, and the person who owns the copyright reviews it. And the person who quote-unquote owns the copyright reviewed it and said, nah, this is copyright, even though it was clearly not. And so after that, you have to submit an appeal. And what's scary about this is that if there is further dispute, it goes to court. Which is pretty heavy, right? And you have to put a lot of reasoning into it. I think you do the first time, but the second time is like really serious. So they never go to court. I mean, there's the potential for it to. It warns you that that's a possibility. But yeah. If you were to hum the Mario theme in public, would they just send ninjas to kidnap you? I mean, for streams are monetizable. Unless you're trying to hum their things at like a stand-up comedy show or on the street trying to get like I don't know, street performance like money, and they like want to take you down for that, knowing Nintendo, they might. Um, then they might come after you. But as long as you're not earning money off of it, or you're not putting a stain on their name by using their music in whatever you're trying to promote, you should be fine. So no. But yeah, the YouTube claim thing is really terrible because yeah, random things keep claiming whatever because they can, and it's blah. I remember one of my Minecraft videos. It was raining, and a particular track was playing, and I got copyright struck because somebody made a quote-unquote lo-fi cover, which was literally just static over the Minecraft theme, and they copyrighted it. Copyrighted it? Yeah. It was awful. I was just like, I'm just playing the game here. Like, what is this nonsense? And like a bunch of people have gotten hit with that. So it's like actually there's a forum on Reddit or something about it. I thought that was kind of funny, but really so bad. If it's not a scammer, yeah. You've had a copyright claim for Kevin McLeod? Wait, who is that? But it's just a mess. Like, it's nice that they're able to detect things and try and protect people with copyright, because honestly, copyright is a really, really good thing for creators. But just the sheer amount of abuse that happens with it is deplorable. Oh! Yo, I would report that straight to Kevin, like, hey, somebody's doing something funny over here. I don't know what's going on, but something's up here. It's like, I think the same thing with Concerned Ape, the guy that made the stuff for Stardew, also the developer of Stardew, I think, made all of his music DMCA free, and he's just like, if anyone ever tries to get copyright over any Stardew music, he's like, you let him know. And he will fix it. It's a good thing here is a good thing, but yeah, exactly. We can't have nice things. Yeah, Concerned Abe is a beast in the best way. No, that's not it. Yep, yeah, okay. That was a nice shadow. I like the shadow over here. Thicker. Yeah, like that. Yes. Alright. And for the braids, oh, I forgot. For the braids, you don't only color like halfway up, you also color like underneath because they create shadow because they're resting on top of the hair. And yeah, that one. Okay. And then bottom here, and here, and there. Oof. I accidentally rotated something. I did not know I could do that. Oh, you joined? Welcome on in! Somebody might beat me to the welcome, but we have this little thing in the Hightailor Circle where we kind of like rush to welcome people. So if anyone gets to saying welcome to you before me, I technically said it first. Yeah, I like the diamonds a lot. They kind of you see the shippo design, the stars in the middle of the shippo. Yeah, that's why I picked it. But I'm here. Yeah, but we run a tight ship, Everything is as well thought out as we can think of. That's alright. Again, you're a hightailer. You come and go as you please. Over here. It's a little further. This one. And on that one. Make this transparent for a moment so we can see where this is and erase the cell shading here. Back. Yes. Here. Yeah. Sure, okay, that works. Oops. Yep. Or a German kid forever be here. Remember the what? Oh, I just do that because I don't actually know the origins of the meme. Forgive my unculturedness. Welcome back. I'm gonna have to look these up because I don't know. I don't know them. Jelly beans? I mean, if it's candy, sure. That makes a lot of sense if it's a kid. Okay. Are y'all ready for the multiply magic? I love this part. So first things first. Ready. Multiply. Where's the multiply? There it is. Multiply. And so that essentially multiplies the values. And then decrease. I don't like how desaturated that looks, so I'm going to lock it and choose a different color. And make it pink. That's too light. I don't like that. Let's choose like a purple in the middle. Somewhere like this. Make it full saturation and darker. Yeah, that's much better. Something like that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thoughts? So anyway, you got the things to remember. Hair is rope, not braid. I have freckles. Don't forget. And then there are 5 hair gradients. 2 on the ears, 3 on the hair. For the ears, it's the tips from black to yellow to orange. And then at the bottom, there's little fur things, and those go from white to orange, no yellow gradient. And then for the hair itself, it's the bangs from orange to yellow to white, the bottom of the hair from orange to yellow to white, and then the braids, rope braids anyway, that go from orange top to yellow bottom. And yeah, that's about everything. And then for techniques, you got putting blush and adding shadow beneath the hair. And there's a random mark here that I don't know why it's there. What layer are you on? Show yourself. Is this a multiplied thing? No, is this somewhere else? Where are you? What layer is this even? Why does this exist? Why are you here? Get out of here. Alright, so there's that. Put that back. No. No. Okay, well, it's okay to be existential. We all have that crisis. Anyway. But don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Not like the stupid line. I'm actually gonna see if I can remove this line without it messing with anything. Lovely, it did not mess with anything. I am happy. Very happy. There we go! The ears are a little weird in my opinion, but that's alright. Okay, I'm done with this. It has been completed. Any questions? Oh wait, I was going over the parts. Okay, so blush beneath on the cheeks, sometimes on the nose, and by the corners of the eyes. Like if you were to draw an eye, I'll try that real quick. I'll show you. Here. This. I don't like that. Let me draw the pupil first. At least this is how they do it in Genshin. Oh, let me show you the Genshin trick to doing the eyes. So this is how I designed my eye, right? There's this arch here. There is a lash on the top here. There is another lash here. And then one more that sticks more up. Not that far up. Over here. And then there is a bottom line here. And two little lashes. Not that big. Not like that angle. Okay, like that. I also have a star pupil, which I think is really cool. And only one shine. Some people also have like a bottom shine here, but for me it looks like too much, so it's just the top one. Anyway, usually the eye color is really dark, so it'll be more like that. And let me unlock it. And thank you. Yeah, I'm a little eepy, so it might sound a little eepy. Okay, so the trick is, and I'm gonna actually refine that a little bit because I'm a little perfectionist, just a touch. Anyway, don't mind me. All right, so the trick here is you want to pick an orangey color. Not too bright because you don't want it to look ridiculous. And at the edge of the eye, it's not bright enough actually. Not orangey enough. Maybe saturation. Too much. Maybe more reddish actually, it's my bad. Oh yeah, it's more reddish. Need to make it more gradient. Yeah, but there's like a lighter tone to the edge of the eye. And then what they will do a lot of the time is that they will have blush underneath, and the blush is usually a nice orangey reddish color. but just a little bit beneath the eye. And usually like a little bit of a triangle shape. It's a little too big of a brush. Actually, it's not a triangle, my bad. It's just a circle. Or semicircle, rather. But yeah. You're a potato. That's a very strange name for a pet. But I approve. Yeah, if you put like a skin layer behind it, let me grab this. Okay, and then I have the color. Let's grab the green. Okay. The lighter green on the bottom. Top, or actually like the outside. Her name isn't actually a potato. She's just potato shaped. Friend shaped, yeah. Best of luck out there. Yes, like that. Here. It's a little differently shaped, so the shape is not exactly working out how I want it to, but anyway. There's a no, there's a different spot on the outline. I'm actually not gonna go too crazy because my eyes have a bunch of layers of shading and I'm not feeling it tonight. I'm just gonna do the inside, the highlight, and then the bottom has a nice patch over here. And then there's just like little string. Oops. It's not working how I want it to. Gah. There we go. I need to grab this color. There's a bunch of little lines over here. Yeah, and then you have the white of the eye, and a nice trick to coloring the white of the eye is make the entire back of it white, or if you have different color sclera, then don't make it white. Alpha lock it, so all of the color that you add will remain on what currently exists, and then use like a grayish or bluish or purplish darker to it. It gives a sense of depth. Depth, not death. I'm gonna get my blush color. That's a nice color. It's more like it. But yeah, they like adding like stuff like that. That looks pretty cool, right? I drew that! Wait a second, that looks really nice. Wait, let me... I have a funny idea. I merge the selected layers, copy it, undo. Paste the layer. Let's see how this looks, I'm curious. Wait, why does that look cute? Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, it looks weird because I didn't space them correctly, but hold on. This tool. Yes, the derp is strong here. I think it's off center. Should probably increase the size of both. Bring one of them in a little bit more. Probably move the mouth down if anything. It's probably what's messing with it most. Scooch. I gotta touch up the skin layer. Airbrush. Try and not interrupt the other gradients going on over here. Now I can move the mouth. Let's actually move it to a different layer so I can move it without having to worry about looking at the lasso. Go back to the eyes. And actually, if I wanted to, you know what I could do with the cell shading? If I find the color, if I go in, it's locked. That's on the wrong side. There we go. Nose shadow. I have a nose now. Tabby! Let me fix the mouth. Actually, it looks better. Maybe we should make the mouth smaller. It's cool. So maybe flip it and see if that messes with anything. I think this side. Oh, it's flipped. Yeah. Yep, I think that's good. And because here, I'm just gonna remove that. Update. That's the other eye. Update the line art to match a little bit better. I'm gonna put these back on the same layer, mouth and here. And let's see. This color is probably better. Alpha lock. It's too dark. I don't like it. Let's go back to the other color and see if I can just make it lighter. Yeah! Do you guys think this is better than before, or does it look weird? That's like the nicest eye shape I've drawn in a while. It's definitely messy, but like, I still did pretty good. I'm actually curious. How well does my actual eye line up with that one? That. And the big one is over here. Paste. I'll go over here. Actually, hold up. I set the opacity. I'm a little off, but that's okay. Anywho. Maybe they should be bigger. Because it's chibi. I gotta mask it. Uh-oh. Which eye is this? It's this eye. Mask. Layer mask. Mask selection. Erase. Too much. That's too much. Maybe just the white of the eye? It's like cheating, right? Oh, wait a second. I'm so silly. You know what I can do? I can just put them behind the bangs. Whoa. I forgot that the eyes are a part of the line art. We're done. That looks weird. I'll put those in a separate layer. Toggle them off for now. Go back to this eye, delete the mask. Layer mask. Delete! And now the shadows are applied over. And if I want, I can actually put these here. Wow, that looks kind of bad, actually. Let's move it around and see what we can do. What's going on? I need to mute the server. 15 minutes. I'll get back to it eventually. I think I should put them further out. Alright, that looks alright. Let me flip it again and see if I can. Yeah, something looks off. You know what's part of it also? Is that whenever you have eyes, you wanna make sure that the highlight is on the same side. So like for these, I'm going to actually bring them up again to the front so I can see what I'm doing. I need both of them. Come on. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna erase this highlight here. Add back this color. And then the outline. Why is the anti-aliasing so bad? Anyway, and then I get this color. I put the highlight on this side. And then I surround it with this one. There we go. And now it looks a little bit better because the highlights are on the same side. And I'll just put those back just above the skin layer. Something still feels off about them. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Let's see if I just put it like here. Something's weird. I like want to show off the edges of them, but I can't. Anyway. There's that version. Or there's this version. Honestly, both of them look pretty cute in my opinion. Yeah, that happens a lot. Anyway, top 3 tricks to drawing my character, at least the face. Front view. Not talking about all of the other stuff. Hair rope, freckle, gradient. I will get back to coloring this and cell shading it properly. And do that thing, and that thing, and then what was it? Oh, wait, why is this on a separate layer? That should be with the rest of it. Hold up. let me figure out why that's there. Oh, what? Oh, that's self-shading on the line art, or coloring on the line art, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna call that line art color line art rope. Whatever. Welcome back, Bread. I gotta revise the sheep wool pattern. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Wait, is it? It was at 60 before. Yeah. Star rail design. I'm really glad that the sleeves are still intact. Oh wait, the sheer jacket transparency goes to 60. That's what it is. This one's at full. Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, so that I will focus on another time. And this isn't. Wait, this one isn't ready yet, so I'll just leave that, and I will work on the cell shading later, another time. I got further with like making sure I'm covering all of the like little pixel holes in the basic coloring, so that's good. Yeah, a little bit of that. Heading off to bed. Oh, I'm just about to do that too. But bye, did whoa. And of course, always glad to see you. I'm glad you had fun. Bye bye. Oh! Yeah, I don't think I got notes for this one for next time, except to just keep doing it. This is a little too strong, I think, actually. Yeah, that's better. Save. I'll work on my color theory, try and get more of this. I really like the color on this. I gotta do that again. Maybe I'll improve the line art. If anyone has an idea of like a new emote or a GIF that I should try and recreate for channel use and stuff, I am very open to ideas, so I'd love to hear them. Anywho, this is the efforts of today's stream. Ta-da! And I'm gonna call it a night here. Alright. So, what emotes that you'll actually use? Well, if you get ideas for ones that you 100% make use of, we have a channel called Stream Talk, so pop any ideas for that kind of stuff right in there. I'll see what I can do. That's pretty much everything. Everyone who raided, I don't know if any raiders or raid leaders are still in here, but I really appreciate the raids, you guys. Thank you so much. And that goes out to Fellow, Ella, and Paraloon. Thank you guys so much. To everyone who donated the stream, I really appreciate it. I'm just making sure I recall it correctly. It was technical and curtailed. Thank you both very much. I really appreciate it. That's gonna go towards Stretch Sense gloves! Hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford them by my birthday. That would be really cool to have, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I got a bunch of other things I gotta invest in first that have been long overdue. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. No other major news, but we are about 1/5 of the way to 800, so I don't think it's time to start planning anything yet in terms of celebrations. But if anyone's got any ideas, you know where to put them, right? That's everything. All right, regulars know the drill. Everyone else, you better find out. Next stream will be next Twitch official stream anyway will be on Sunday, 10 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. MST, or 7 p.m. PSG, I hope to see you guys there. If I have time, I will be hanging out in the Hightailers Circle in my study. Or you may be able to catch me on YouTube if I do an impromptu stream. You'll get a notification for that in the Going Live channel, if you have those pings on. Otherwise, I'll catch you around, maybe next stream, who knows where else. But in the meantime, take care, stay awesome, and purvey the positive chaos. Bye, guys!